Greetings, old school magic players, and welcome to the Four Horsemen. Greetings, old school magic players, and welcome to the Four Horsemen. I'm the Chatster. I am joined here tonight with John Eccleberry, my co-host and co-commentator. Evening, John. How you doing?
Good evening.
John
Good.
and I are also joined by Peter Soltesz and Max. Max, how do we say your last name correctly?
French name is Delagneau.
Delagneau.
Yep.
Thanks for joining us, guys. Max and Peter are in person in, where are you guys? Ottawa? Is that right? Where y'all located?
Oh, sorry, can you repeat? We're talking to each other.
Oh, where are you guys located? Are you in Ottawa?
We're in Montreal.
Montreal. Okay, great. And you're in person. You're in person playing this Four Horsemen Tournament 9 finals match at Max's place, right?
Yeah, by a nice warm fire.
Oh, nice. Okay, this is great. This is the first time we've done a Four Horsemen in-person event and recorded it. So this is really, really fun for us. And John and I are going to be your commentators and hosts tonight as we watch this Tournament 9 finals match. As many of you know, the Four Horsemen is a new old school magic format that we created last summer in the summer of 2022. And Peter Soltesz, John Eccleberry, Nick Breyer, and many other folks have helped since the very initiation of this format, and really appreciate all the support and friendship from you guys, and of course playing in the tournaments. It's been such a fun, kind of passion project to do the Four Horsemen. So tonight we're covering the Tournament 9 finals. This event is running until tonight. We started October 13th, and we're wrapping up the finals this evening. We've got two really strong decks here that we're going to be doing a quick overview of, and then we're going to get into the match between Peter and Max. A quick snapshot of the Banned Restricted. This is, as you see here, we've updated this for Tournament 9. If you'd like to get more details, just check out fourhorsemenmagic.com. Let's take a quick look at the brackets. For Tournament 9, we had a really great group that played in this tournament. This is what we call regular Four Horsemen. And the semifinals were between me and Max. I lost to Max 2-1. And also between Ian Stedman and Peter, who lost 0-2. And we're going to be doing this match live tonight with Max and Peter. Quick overview of the decks. Blue, red, green, what I affectionately named Reincarnation Rukh Valley is Peter's deck, and the Sylvan Sindbad Nethervoid is what I coined Max's deck. John, let's take a quick look at the deck pictures. Can you see Peter's deck okay here, John?
I can only see the tournament field. I can't actually see your slides.
Aha. Okay. Well, I've got them streaming to the right place, but let me share my PowerPoint slides. There we go. How's that look?
Cool. I see them.
Great. Okay. So, thoughts, comments on Peter's deck, and then Peter, we'd like to hear from you.
I really like this deck. I really like the Reincarnation Rukh Diamond Valley combo. You can also do it with the trike to good effect. It's pretty fun. This is almost like a Spice Award deck that is maybe gonna win the tournament. I really dig it.
Yeah. Peter, tell us a little bit about this deck. What are your thoughts? What would you change? What do you love about it? What would you tweak?
Okay, good questions. All of those. What do I like? I like everything about it. This is my favorite deck I've ever made in the format.
Wow.
By far, it's the most fun to play. It has a lot of spicy and creative elements that I like how they interact. There's so many synergies in this deck that you just keep looking. There's just more synergies. The one thing, if I had taken more time to think about it, sideboard, those falling stars, and even one of the drop of honey. I think Disharmony is the best card in the deck. I would have run maybe 4 Disharmonies in the sideboard.
What's up, baby?
I think that would have actually given me a much better chance in this particular matchup here.
Gotcha.
The ability to steal creatures and then sacrifice them for life would be amazing.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to do.
I love it. Everything else interacts with itself. The idea is to put creatures out, put Diamond Valley out, and just keep sacrificing, keep drawing with Sindbad, and dance of many of them, and just do shenanigans with Reincarnation to surprise people. But it was very hard against Max, who's running a full-on control deck with 12 removal spells.
Yeah.
He's less committed. He can just remove. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the deck and the matchup.
Great. Okay. Excellent.
Forward to it.
Yeah, we love this deck too, and everything from the recalls to get stuff back, including Reincarnation, Triskelions, the speed of the Serendib Efreets, the Old Man of the Sea to steal creatures, the Rook Eggs for defense. You gain life off the Diamond Valley. You get your 4/4, and from Brian Weissman's early Four Horsemen greedy dance of the greedy gens, having Dance of Many is also very innovative and not something many players have done. Also, your sideboard, the drops of honey, the falling stars, the flash flood, scavenger folk, and those field of dreams to knock out world enchantments. Just really great build. Super tough to play against. Okay, John, what do you think about Max's deck?
This is more in line with just kind of like the pile of good stuff deck. This is very similar to the deck that I played, except for just there's Nethervoid and Drop of Honey as additional creature removal, and he has a little bit less stuff that's hurting him. Same 3 colors I played. Looks like the sideboard is a bit different as well. Those backfires are kind of interesting. And of course, Don for the extra attack. I like it.
Yeah, or as we like to say here down in Texas, Dan. Yeah, and backfire's really cool. It's such a cheap enchantment, and it's kind of like the Spirit Link for blue. The Hercules Recall also, that's a very sneaky card, and of course the ever powerful Scavenger Folks and the Flash Floods. Max, tell us the same thoughts. What do you love about this deck? What do you dislike? What would you change?
Yeah, it's funny what you guys were saying about the backfire. Peter and I were talking about it, and I haven't played it once. Just to be fair, I had room in the sideboard, and I thought it was it's such a fun card to play. It can be useful, but honestly, with so many very good removals, it covers quite a lot of ground. The Nethervoid, obviously, once it's in play, is becoming complicated to deal with. Has a lot of answers to a lot of things. Before we started the tournament, Peter and I actually played those decks against each other in person. I have an idea of how it can turn out.
You crushed me. You absolutely crushed me with this deck. Yeah.
Yeah, but once Peter's deck, gets all set up and well in place, it's becoming very hard to do something about it. So I think it might be quite like a race against time. Like who's playing the fastest, who's got a mana drain first. But it's an interesting matchup.
Yeah, great. And would you change anything about the deck, Max, now that you've kind of played through the full tournament?
Well, right now I would change my terrible, ugly proxies, and forgot to put some more for today. But no, honestly, it has pretty much everything.
Yeah, it's performed extremely well. Obviously, I really struggled to beat you, Max, and I really felt like if I got a good draw, that I could possibly, but I was running more lands than usual.
It was a Oh, same for sure.
Yeah, it really does come down to the draws. You can get a good deck can get a bad draw on any given day, right? And with my deck, I was running multiple Diamond Valleys. I was running 3 of the Diamond Valleys to make sure that I got one, and my land count was pretty high. So that the result is you run the risk of getting too many lands, which is honestly what happened to me. And I just kind of fizzled out because I had too many lands in my second and third matches. So that was a real challenge. But this deck seems so balanced, and it's
the one that got me during the pod games was with the Blood Moon. Unless I have the Flesh Floods sideboarded, I have no solution against it.
Yes, and I also had that same exact weakness, but it's worth the risk, right? Because, if you get shut down by Blood Moon, my deck also had Triskelions and a Clockwork Avian, so I could still maybe, survive. But with your deck, your only hope is to go to game 2, sideboard, and make sure you have a Flash Flood if they cast Blood Moon.
Mana Drain it, but that's
Mana Drain.
The only answer.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, thanks for the overview, and thanks for hosting and letting us do the stream. And I'm so glad you guys are getting to do this. I think we're ready to get into the match.
All right, cool.
If you guys want, you can mute.
We'll mute you guys. If you need to say something, ping us in the chat. We'll keep an eye on it.
All right, sounds good.
All right, give us a sec.
That's the only thing I would change if I ran.
All right, John.
It's gonna be on.
John, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right.
Ready?
So this is going to be such an interesting match. It looks like we've got Mr. Bursman who's joining us as well. Let me make sure I switch over to the game.
Can you either turn down or mute their audio?
Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just one moment while I get this ready. All right, I have them muted.
I can still hear them. Do I need to do it too?
Yes, you need to mute them as well. So click on.
How do I do just them without muting?
Click on the 3 dots that's on their whereby share, and click the little mute speaker thing.
Got it.
Okay. All right, there's the handshake, and the die roll is coming. All right, Max has got a 2. I guess they tied.
Both rolled a 2.
All right.
All right, Peter's going to go first.
Of course, Peter gets the first. I mean, this is crucial, right? Like, actually, this is critical. Going first can make a massive difference in these games right now.
So something I should have asked Max is I wonder how often he actually landed Nethervoid, or if a lot of games just came down to him just, playing his gens and... Oh, he's already taken them all again. Look at that. All right. Well,
at
least he's on the draw, so he'll get a card back.
So he did this with me as well. He mulliganed extremely aggressively, and in some of Brian Weissman's videos, he's talked about this strategy of mulliganing aggressively. I don't think Max flashed his hand, so they may forget to flash their hands, or they may remember. But they've muted us, so we can't say anything. But I didn't see either of them flash their hands. It looks like they're both taking mulligans because they know each other's decks so well, and they know they've studied the deck pictures, and Peter in fact helped Max build this deck. So they're gonna, I think they're gonna be really aggressive on the mulliganing to make sure they have an opening hand that's as optimal against their opponent's deck as possible. Okay, so Max drops his 1 on the bottom. Flash your hands, guys.
I like their big dice. I see a lot of people using those in the webcam games.
Wow, looks like Peter is taking another mulligan. Double
You know, this could be scary. It could be a scary strategy to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna mold the best hand, and then suddenly find yourself on 4 or 5 cards and not anything particularly good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. I certainly mull when it's necessary, but I try to think of the worst case scenario. I look at my hand and I think, okay, like if I just draw this same hand but have to put 1 card back from it, you know, how much worse is that than just keeping it? Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where this goes. It's kind of fun to be commentating live on it because we haven't seen the game yet, right? So like it's gonna just unfold for us here. Hopefully there will be I'm glad we're doing 3 out of 5 because if this turns out to be a non-game because of multiple mulligans, at least we will have some more games for them to have their decks come out and shine a little bit.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Doing a 3 out of 5 allows you to possibly be more aggressive with a mulligan like this. What is going on? Peter is doing. Is this a 3rd mulligan? No.
What is happening?
Okay, so Max. Did Max take 2 mulligans and Peter's taking 3?
Max only took 1.
Okay. But Peter's on his
Peter's
3rd mulligan.
And I'm wondering if he wishes he would have just kept his opening hand.
Well, I wish they would have shown us these hands. They said they wanted to. I wonder if we can ping
They'll
these.
They'll probably show the final one. You can ping them. They might see it.
Yeah, I guess the mistake of telling them to mute us is neither of them have their phones like visible here. So, you know, maybe we needed a way to like get a hold of them. Emergency communication.
So I think Peter is bottoming an old man plus a couple of other things. I mean, maybe Peter was just due for some bad luck. He's won like 4 or 5 tournaments in a row. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe yeah, I mean things that he wants early, he wants really he can take Sindbad and he can take Elves of Deep Shadow. So he's got 8 targets for old man. But then he's got Oubliette as well. Oh, sorry, I'm looking at Max.
I wish I knew
I'm sorry, I'm looking at
Max. On the bottom.
I'm looking at Max's deck here. Yeah, so Max has a lot of targets for Peter's Old Man of the Sea for sure.
I feel like
okay. Looky here. Here we go. Now Max is flashing his hand. There we go. Okay, so 4 lands, Urnum and Nethervoid. Yeah, so he was looking to get a Nethervoid in his opening hand, and Peter is now looked away and showing his hand. City of Brass, Factory, Mana Drain, and Sylvan Library. Interesting. Okay, well it's only 4 cards, but he's
pretty solid though.
He's got the Sylvan. He's got a Mana Drain. So that's what was probably going on. You know, Max was mulliganing to get Nethervoid, make sure he could get it in his opening hand, and Peter was mulliganing to make sure he had a Mana Drain for it. Wow. Talk about the strategy. All right, strip mine and strips the factory. Oh, that's so bad for Peter. Oh, it's killer good.
So brutal when he's on 4 to strip his land like that.
Yeah. Oh, but he top decked a Taiga. Look at that. So now he's gonna still be able to play the Sylvan Library, and that Sylvan can get him back in. All right, we got some glare there. Hope that comes through. What? Oh, there we go. That's better. Underground Sea. Okay. Yeah, the glare is a bit of a problem. Maybe if he slides his mat down.
Yeah, he's going to because he knows that the glare's there.
Mm-hmm. Now the camera's got to readjust. Oh yeah, that's quite an improvement. Good job, guys.
Much better.
Yeah. All right. So first turn strip for Max.
Just check to see if that looks better.
Yeah, it looks much
I'll
better.
shoot him a message.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, camera's back in focus. Everything looks good.
All right, so we're gonna get a Sylvan Library from Peter, most likely.
Yep, and he's gonna be taking some serious damage here. He's gonna take damage off of the city, and how much you want to bet? He's just gonna scrape all those cards with that Sylvan and take the 8.
He might.
All right, and Max gets the perfect land. He's got Strip Mine, he's got Underground, and Tropical. I mean, he could not ask for anything better than that. Second turn, well, third turn's Sindbad, and now he can start drawing off of his Sindbad.
A lot of Sindbad library going on in this tournament.
Yeah.
Both of these decks have it, and many other decks that I played library, but I didn't play Sindbad. Maybe I should have. Peter certainly leans real hard into it. I think he's playing 4 Sylvans.
Yes.
Just so that he gets one every time.
Yes, that's right. He's playing 4 Sylvans, and Max is playing 3. Yeah, I mean, he wants to make 100% sure he gets the Sylvan Sindbad combo during the game, you know.
Wailuli Wolf's not bad. That's something. So Peter must have kept 1 extra card.
Yeah.
And his board is developed. Okay, is that a Diamond Valley that he's gotten play down there at the end?
Yep, Diamond Valley coming out early. That'll help. He can sack his creatures, gain some life.
Max's deck just looks like, he's just got all the dual lands, right? Like, he just dropped a Bayou, so now he's got all the combinations of his 3 colors that you could want. Oh, and he went for the blind Sindbad and hit another void.
Oh.
Put it into the bin.
Ooh, that's rough.
Well, he's already got one in his hand, so I don't think it matters that much.
Yeah, that's true. But those counter spells, those fucking mana drains.
Well, Peter doesn't have double blue right now, so it's I'm pretty sure Max is going to land another void this following turn. We'll see, unless he just wants to play his Jin.
Right.
And he's being super aggressive with the Sindbad. He's just going for it.
Right.
He just ran into an oubliette and bin that.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so I mean, Max has not missed a land drop. He's got double Trops, and it looks like is that a Bayou and an Underground, and he drops his 4th turn Urnum. He's missed out on his oubliette and that second Nether Void, so now he's got his Urnum in play. What he ideally wants to do is drop his Nether Void this turn that he had in his opening hand that he mulliganed for. I mean, Peter's got a pretty sweet setup too.
Peter's got double blue now, though.
Yeah, Peter's got double blue because he's got that city. All right, so he's drawing with the Sindbad and top decking a land. So he hit so many lands in my match. John, Max did. He was doing the blind Sindbad and hitting lands like crazy. I mean, he was really skilled at it. All right, he drops his 5th land, attacks with Urnum Jin. Peter's blocking with the Wolf, pumping, and getting 2 life, sacking the Wailuli Wolf to the Diamond Valley. All right, here comes the Nether Void.
I think this is a mistake, just running it into a counter spell.
Oh, that's the second Urnum. So that was bait. That was mana drain bait. Look at that, John. That is so smart of Max. He's baiting Peter, who knows he can't handle that second Urnum. So he knew he wanted him to counter that. Because if Peter could play, let me look back over at Peter's deck. If Peter plays, well, Rook Egg would be what he would want. Oh my God!
There it is.
And there it is. Oh wow, that's such a perfect play. That's Rook Egg is so powerful for these reasons. Mana drain into the Rook Egg. So now, but he's still a 4/4. He's not a 5/5, and he doesn't have that Wailulu Wolf to pump that Rook Egg token. What's up, JS? Thanks for joining us. What's up, Damien? Thanks for joining.
Hey guys.
Hey. Cheers on a Saturday night.
Yeah, for sure, man. A killer match, as you say.
Yes, this is it, and it's in person, and everything's come together nicely. We're so glad you joined us, JS. Okay, so Peter just got like the perfect comeback for his mana drain on Max's Urnum Djinn. Double Urnum Djinn would have been like RIP for Peter. Now he's got some defense. So
does he play the Nethervoid here? I don't even know. He might as well. He has enough lands, but
he's dropping.
He's got a third Urnum.
Holy shit, a third Urnum! Wow, he's gotten all the Urnums, and that's so strong. Okay, and Peter's got his Volcanic tapped, so he doesn't have double blue this time. So that's a real problem there for Peter.
Well, this time Peter will block with the egg and eat it and gain another 3 and get his 4/4. That's not that bad. Well, it's going to be tough next turn, though, with 2 4/5s coming in.
Oh, interesting. Is he doing the Diamond Valley? Okay, yes, he is. All right, so he's going from 11 back to 14, so he does gain that 3, which is critical for him.
It's considered blocked.
Yeah, he's explaining, hey, I'm blocking, but I'm not dealing damage. John, didn't you send Peter some Rook tokens, bro?
No, but I'm totally going to. I'm having more printed up.
Yeah, those tokens are sweet. Okay, so...
Is the second match, first match?
This is the first game.
This is the first match.
First game.
Yeah.
Are we going to see Peter fall down for once?
Well, maybe. We opted for them to do the best 3 out of 5 matches, so they're going to play, till one players 1-3. Okay, so Peter top decks uses his Sindbad Sylvan to top deck the land that he knew was there. And, Max is just, he's got expert skills at not even needing Sylvan to top deck his Sindbad drawing lands.
He need an answer quick.
Yes,
Just
he's gonna need an answer.
To learn them at the same time, even if you're Forest Walk. Goddamn.
Yeah, the Forest Walk is, a big. Well, I mean, he's got the flyer, so the Force Walk doesn't matter so much right now for Peter because he's in defense mode. But
yeah,
I would have thought that he would save the Sindbad, and he could block with the Rook token and the Sindbad to at least take down 1 Urnum, and then he could, just have to eat it. But he could take out an Urnum by losing both of those dudes.
Well, the Sindbad wouldn't even die. He'd block with both, and then Max would just kill the token.
Right, and so then he could have the Sindbad to block once again.
And then he could tap it to get the card off the top of his library after that. So, there was really no advantage to drawing the card during his turn.
Yeah, unless he's got, Oubliette in hand or something, which he can't cast because he doesn't have double black, he's gonna need...
Did we miss a turn or something here? How is he now swinging with the... Why is the token tapped?
I guess he's attacking with it.
But he just got it.
I guess he had something in his hands for that.
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe we missed a turn when we were talking. Maybe Max didn't attack with both guys because he didn't want Peter to double block, and then all that other stuff happened. But... he's going to come in now. He's going to come in hard now.
I'm really shocked that Peter is attacking here because, he hasn't done... Has he done any damage to Max at all this game? I don't think so.
Well, I just think he's made the choice that he just needs to get in there because if he just sits there, he's gonna lose by attrition. Like he's just gonna block and lose all his stuff, and then that's it. Like he doesn't have an answer for the 2 Urnums.
Yeah.
Mana drain. Would have been a good timing for telekinesis, Chad.
Yes. I wonder what's going on with the camera here. It was really good quality, and now it's super blurry.
Yeah. This looks like Canada, man. Like a storm.
Canadian storm rolled in. Yeah.
The ice storm, man.
Okay, it's starting to get a little better now.
He attack again. With the token.
Yeah, he's attacked again with the Rook token. Hitting, I guess he's done what? Is Max down to 6 life over there? We can't see Max's life.
Yeah, it's 6, yeah. It's gonna be tight.
Oh, there's another die. He's at 11.
Okay, there we go. All right, that's good. Okay, so he's at 11, and Peter is at
5.
Peter's at 5.
So he's gonna have to block with Sindbad and eat it and gain a life.
Sack.
Well, and Max drops his Jusum here. He's just piling on Jin after Jin, and Peter is on the back of his heels really quickly. But that Peter had to like triple mulligan JS. He went down to 4 cards opening, and then Max strip mined his first land, which was Mistress Factory. So he had a really tough start. But we have a sneaking suspicion both of these guys are very aggressively mulliganing to get the best opening hand they can. Like, you know, I mean,
mulligan 3 times.
Yeah,
4 times.
3 times, yeah. But
3 times, yeah.
But his starting hand was a City of Brass, Mistress Factory, Sylvan Library, and a Mana Drain. So I think he mulliganed until he got a Mana Drain in his hand, so he could make sure he could counter the Nethervoid, because it just shuts his deck down. And now after we got the Jusum in play, now Nethervoid's coming, and you see Max has Nethervoid in play now.
Oh.
Okay, so he blocked with his Sindbad in an act of desperation. Oh, another City of Brass for damage, and
2 tries.
It's curtains for Peter in game 1. Man, that was just so rough, that triple mulligan. We'll have to ask Peter when the match concludes if he was aggressive mulliganing or if he was just getting super bad draws. We did not see their opening hands before they mulliganed.
And 3 Urnum. Something to manage.
Yeah, I mean, that's just 3 Urnums and a Jusum. That's really strong. I mean, it's hard for anybody to beat.
The other card was a Jusum on the board. I wasn't able to see it.
Yeah, he played Jusum.
Wow.
And so he had the 2 Urnums, the Jusum, and then he played Nethervoid.
Nethervoid. Okay. A winning cocktail.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to take this sideboarding break as an opportunity to refill my whiskey. Damien, you should do the same, senor.
So I just want to say nice evening, folks. It's my turn.
I have it very full.
Take
care, my friend.
Okay, salute.
Take care.
Okay, cheers, JS. Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, nice to meet you, John, and Mr. Burzum as well.
You as well. I hope we play again soon.
Yeah, we're gonna strike back. Bye.
We have to play soon.
Have you played any Doubleton games yet, Damien?
I don't have Doubleton deck.
Oh, okay. You're skipping this month.
Thing is, I really like to play with strange cards, so commons are not my thing.
Right on. Well, tournament 11 then. Brew something weird.
I have something weird.
Very good. Very good. I enjoyed your deck that you played Chad with the other day. That looked really fun.
I am working on it. The one with the mixed tones?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just added a few artifacts that are really, really good and rarely seen.
I love it.
Yeah, like the Barrel's Cage. That's really good. And the Knowledge Vault, it's also very good.
So Peter says that those hands he mulled were legitimately bad, and he wasn't aggressively mulling to get something good. He just did not have anything to work with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's rough.
So what do we think Peter is siding here, if he's siding at all? It seems that he is.
Yeah, let me switch over back to the these slides here, and let's kind of talk about that, what we think might be the case. So so Peter, can you see my screen, John, or do I need to share it back out?
You'll have to share it again.
Okay, let me share it again. 1 second. All right, here we go. Can you guys see this? Can you see now, John?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So looking at his sideboard, obviously he's going to put in the 2 Field of Dreams.
For sure.
Because that'll get rid of 2 of the possible 4 Nethervoids.
For only 4 mana. Yeah.
Yes. And if we look
I think the drop of honeys will come in against all the gins as well.
If we look at Max's deck, he doesn't have anything to target with red. So obviously the Flash Floods are not coming in. And Max has no artifacts whatsoever. So the Scavenger Folk are not of any use. So, it's he's probably going to put in just the Field of Dreams and maybe the Drops of Honey, maybe the Falling Stars. I don't know. What would you put in, John or Damien? Either you guys.
Hey, go ahead, Damien. Weigh in if you have an idea.
I would definitely play the Drop of Honeys.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, because Max has
really, really, really cheap.
Yeah, so Max has 4 Sindbads, 4 Urnums, 4 Elves of Deep Shadow, 3 Serendib Afrits, and 1 Juzum Jin. So he got almost all his Urnums and the 1 Juzum in the last game. But Max is also running Drop of Honey himself. And Max has those Dandans in the sideboard. Peter's not running Dandans in the sideboard. So I think Max is going to slap in his Dandans. And, he could put in the backfires and the extra recall if he thinks he needs it. But yeah, I would suspect that Peter's just going to put in the 3 drops and the 2 Field of Dreams and maybe call it a day. Or he might take out the old Min and put in the Falling Stars, since the Drops of Honey that Max has, can really hurt him too.
The Falling Stars don't kill any of the gens, though, so I don't know.
Well, but it takes
how good
out.
They're really going to be.
It's a fair comment, but it does take out the Elves of Deep Shadow, and it also will disrupt his Sindbad's Sylvan Library draw combo. because he can.
That's true.
He can take out the Elves of Deep Shadow and Sindbad, and even if Max uses his Pendlehaven, he can still wipe out multiple creatures. I mean, if he has, like, let's say 2 Sindbads and an Elf, he can take them all 3 out with 1 Falling Star.
That is true.
Yeah.
And then that makes the drop of honey a lot better because it'll just start killing the big guys.
Then the drop of honey can hit the big guys, and then once he's wiped out the big guys, then he can reincarnate. Plus, can you lose your guy to drop a honey and then reincarnate it? You probably can, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's just destroyed, so sure.
All right, so let's switch back over to the match here. All right, and they're off. All right, so let's see if the guys will remember to show all their hands this time. Oh, we didn't see. Did you see their opening hands? They forgot. Okay, first turn, Bayou. And drops the Scavenger Folk. Interesting. So he sideboarded in his Scavenger Folks, I guess, as a way to mitigate against Peter's Triskelions. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
Hey, there's a bunch of typing in the background. If you guys are gonna do that, can you go on mute?
It's not me.
Okay, so first turn Scavenger Folk and Bayou for Max, and Peter was on the first turn play. Tropical, Volcanic, and Sindbad on his second turn. And Max drops Sylvan Library on his second turn and hits Peter for 1 with the Scavenger Folk. Oh. There we go. Showing of the hands. Double Nethervoid. Look at that. Holy crap. Did you see that, John?
Yeah.
Killer.
And
okay.
a couple of gems.
And Peter's got...
Stasher.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so he's got a Mana Drain, Recall Taiga. Was that a Falling Star and a Rook Egg?
Yep.
So that's a pretty strong hand for Peter. They both got strong hands. Really strong. Okay, third turn land. Really important to not miss these land drops. And now Peter's got all his colors, which is really strong. And that all-important double blue for the Mana Drain.
Nothing to play on 3, though, which is kind of a bummer. But
well, Serendipity would have been solid, but he didn't have it, right?
Right.
Max does, though.
Max has one, though.
That's right. Max has got it. But it looks like Max is going to miss a land drop. Or did he have a land in his hand?
I think he's still deciding what he wants to keep from Sylvan Library.
Uh-huh. It'd be interesting for them to show their Sylvan Library top decks, too, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, so he drops a Bayou. Yep, and now he's got enough for that third turn. Serendipity.
So he doesn't know if Peter has a Mana Drain or not, but I guess he's still just running out.
Yeah, but he wants Peter. He wants Peter to drain that. So if he gets a fourth turn land, he can slap his Abyss down. Although right now, it won't give Peter any advantage to, or it won't give Max any advantage.
Peter traded his Sindbad for the Scavenger Folk.
Weird. Okay.
I feel like getting worried about like really small amounts of life is maybe a mistake.
Okay, so he's using that.
Maybe he just. Yeah, maybe he just wanted to keep his Triskelion at 4/4 and didn't want to have to use one of the counters.
Yeah,
to
he
pop
didn't want the scavenger folk lighting up his Trisky. Yeah, he wants to keep him. So that was really smart of Max to put in those scavenger folk anyways, because it forces the Triskelion to act as soon as it's played. And you do the tricky, combat sneaky shenanigans. I mean, really, if you think about it, John, that's Peter's advantage here. His advantage is Triskelion and Wailuli Wolf, so that he can pump and ping, so that if it's Urnum versus Urnum or whatever, he can win out in those combat scenarios.
Yeah, his right. His 4/5s will be better than Max's 4/5s.
Yes. And if Max gets double Wailuli Wolf, or sorry, if Peter gets double Wailuli Wolf and has an old man, he can pump the old man +2, and he can take up to a 4/4, right? Because it's power, or is it toughness?
For Wailuli Wolf, pumps both.
Right, but I'm talking about Old Man of the Sea.
Oh, Old Man of the Sea is power.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's not really a winning strategy here, but yeah, so he would have to have 3 Old Man of the Sea. 3 Wailuli Wolves to pump his old man to be able to steal and earn them. So I guess that's very unlikely. Okay, so Max plays the City of Brass, and he's doing Oubliette. I guess that's his proxy Oubliette. Yeah, in Max's deck picture, he's got 3 Oubliettes and 1 proxy. Yeah, so that's a proxy Oubliette there.
Oh, was it? I thought it was an Ashes to Ashes, but it must be an Oubliette if it's still sitting out there.
Yeah, the Ashes to Ashes are also proxies in his deck. I guess they didn't have time to print those up. Okay, so Peter plays his 5th land and ends up with 3 tropicals now. So he fired off the 3 Triskelion damage counters and hits Max, brings him to 17. And Peter drops a 5th turn Rook Egg. The Sylvan Library.
Not as strong of a start for Max this time as last time.
Yeah, it's quite a different game. And Peter's establishing his defense with the Rook Egg.
Oh, there's an Urnum.
Urnum Gian.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, in this format he is, for sure. Well, and Peter's sitting safely behind his Rook Egg for now, but like an Oubliette, and he's poof gone, and you don't get the counter, which is so strong, right?
Well, there's an answer for the big guy, and also we'll end up getting Peter.
Oh, that's so good for
Wow.
That's another killer combo, right? Rook Egg and Drop of Honey. It's just so strong. It's so old school. It's just perfect.
I just hope Peter has a reincarnation.
Yeah, we didn't see one in his hand. That's a good point, because if he does, then he can reincarnate the Rook egg, put him back in, and then he'll get another token, because he can sack the Rook egg again, and he'll have double 4/4s, right, Damien?
Sure.
I mean, that's part of the genius.
Forest walk 4/4s.
Oh, yeah, and that's right. Flying forest walking 4/4s. Okay, so he's blocking with the Rook token. Or, no, he's sacking his Rook token to Diamond Valley. There's the 4/4.
No, to drop a honey. The drop a honey destroyed
to drop a
Rook
honey.
egg.
Yeah, to drop a honey.
And then next turn, if Max doesn't play anything else, the drop will destroy the Urnum. Because Peter will get to choose.
He has to play a 1/1.
Yeah, hopefully he can get one with his Sylvan Library there. Wow. Okay.
So,
I didn't think Peter would block there.
Yeah, he's just straight up blocking with the counter.
Wow, and he also didn't have another guy to play. That's
well,
that's
he did. He
interesting.
knew that the drop of honey would take out the Urnum. He just didn't want to take the damage. Huh. Interesting. All right. So now he's playing Sylvan Library, and it looks like we got a potential mana drain from Max. Yep. Oh. And then Peter mana drains his mana drain. Yeah, that's right. The mana drain wars. I remember when I first found out about this song, Baron Nick had actually told me about this song because it's copyright free, and it was so perfect because it fits the Arabian Nights theme so well. And it's interesting because I've looked up the musician and tried to find other songs. He's never done another song like this. We've always given him the credits in our YouTube videos. It'd be really cool if he did another one, like a part 2. Okay, so Peter Sylvan Library not taking the extra draw. Oh, he did. He took one extra card. Going from 19 to 15.
So Max repopulated his board with another Urnum.
Yes, he did. And that was not mana drained. Okay, so Peter has used one of the mana drain mana, and he's playing an extra Sylvan Library. Now he's going to have double Sylvan. Are there any shenanigans with double Sylvan and maybe double Sindbad?
No, I don't think it's much better than just having the one.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I've looked at the rulings in errata, and it definitely, you do not get to look at 6. They trigger it at the same time or whatever.
Yeah, so like right now with 2, I believe he looks at 4 cards and draws 2. Is that right? Somebody can look that up.
No, that's if you have Howling Mine. If you have Howling Mine out, you look at 4 and draw 2.
Oh yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't draw an extra card. That's right.
In this case, you would look at 3, draw 1, put them back, and then you could look at 3 more, and you could pay the life to draw another one. So you could dig one deeper, right? Isn't that the way it would work?
I'm gonna look it up right now.
Okay, while you're looking that up, Max plays Strip Mine, but everybody's got plenty of land now. And Peter has played his second drop of honey with some of that other mana that he had. Okay, so he takes a 4-point hit on the attack from the Juzum. Or sorry, the Urnum Djinn. And then drop of honey takes out the second Urnum, but he's taken 10 damage so far total. So that's pretty rough. He needs a Diamond Valley and a big creature. Diamond Valley, another Rook Egg would be perfect.
Well, Gatherer says that the triggers resolve in sequence independently, which is what I thought, but I swear, when I was playing somebody else the other day, this came up, and I think it was done a little differently. We'll see. Let's see what Peter does here. So he's looking at 3 and keeping 1, and then he's looking at 3 and putting them back in the order, I guess. No, he's keeping another one. So, like, see, he drew 2 cards, which doesn't seem correct, does it?
I don't think that's legal.
Okay, we should ping Peter.
Yeah.
Uh,
Unless he paid life for one of them. Did he pay 4 life for one of those cards?
Yes, I think he did because he was at 10.
Okay.
He was at 10 from the last hit from the Urnum, and now he's down to 6. So it looks like he did pay 4 to draw 2. And he's Dance of Mini'd that Urnum Djinn. So now he's got a blocker.
no, he does not have a blocker because he must give him Forest Walk.
On the next, oh, well, that's right. On his upkeep, you're right. So he cannot block.
Well, he'll be able to block this turn if Max attacks. But on Peter's next upkeep, he'll have to give Max's Urnum Forest Walk.
Yeah, but by then, I mean, Peter's so low on life right now, he really can't afford to take any hits. And Max is mana drained.
He can take more than one.
Yeah, but not much more. And Max is mana drained that Rook Egg. So Peter paid the 4 life to try and get into that extra Rook Egg, and he's mana drained it. So now Max has 4 mana. I wonder if he's got anything to use it for.
Maybe Peter's sitting on removal or thinks he'll be able to dig into some. Who knows? We'll see what happens here. I mean, Peter's only got 1 land up, so it's possible that Max could just play a removal spell right now, and it'd be pretty much game over.
Yeah. If he plays another void, it's game over.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just chatting with Peter about the triggers on the Sylvans. My understanding is they trigger consecutively. So you trigger 1 Sylvan. Yeah. They go live at 1 at a time. Yeah. Yeah. So you do 1 and then you do... Yeah. That's right. All right. Did we get a peek there? He has a recall and what else?
But here's the thing. You draw 2 extra cards, right? So you draw 3 for the first Sylvan. and then you put them back. But then when the second Sylvan triggers, you wouldn't look at 3 again because you've already drawn your card for the turn. Wouldn't you only look at 2 for the second one?
I think you can draw 3, and then you can pay 4 to draw 1, right? And then you can look at 3 from the second trigger and draw 1 for your normal draw.
But why would you look at 3 for the second one? That's not what Sylvan does.
Oh, yes, you're right. So you've already drawn the extra card. So yeah, you'd still just look at the 2? I don't know. I'm not good with these rules. We need to call Michael Scheffenegger.
So it just says at the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand drawn this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life or put them back. And then when the second trigger resolves, you just draw 2 additional, I suppose. Because you wouldn't draw your draw for the turn anymore because you've already drawn that.
All right, well let's put a pin on that for now. Peter is recalling. Yeah. Peter just recalled for 1. He's recalling and grabbing his drop of honey. And meanwhile, Max has played out his second Urnum Djinn. Peter has his 1 Urnum that's already given Forest Walk to the other Urnum.
This is game. He cannot block.
Yeah. He can't block, and he's going to get hit for 8. He's almost tapped out. So, yeah, you're right, Damien. It's game.
He can block 1.
You know what would really be an interesting card to sideboard with your drop of honey is Boomerang. So you Boomerang your creature, right? You get to skip the drop of honey. It could hit the opponent, and you still got your creature in hand. It might be a worthwhile sideboard tweak to have Boomerang there if you have the drop of honeys coming in. All right, so Max plays the Elves of Deep Shadow.
Nice.
Yes. And then he plays the Serendib Efreet.
Well, that makes that drop of honey pretty useless.
Yeah.
It's really funny that we have switched to 3 out of 5 because now Max is going to win games 1 and 2. Wouldn't it be crazy if Peter then won games 3, 4, and 5?
If he could. Well, what would be awesome is if he won 3 and 4, and then there was a crazy final playoff game. That would be the best and most suspenseful. Okay, so he's double attacked here. Oh. So what's going on?
The drop of honey destroyed the Elves of Deep Shadow because it's the lowest powered creature.
Right, but didn't Peter take 8 damage? Peter was
no, he blocked 1 and took the other one. I guess I don't know what he had to block with.
Yeah, what did he have to block with?
Oh, with his own. He blocked the one that didn't have Forest Walk.
Oh, the one that didn't have Forest Walk. Okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Wow, so that's game 2, and Peter played a Serendib Efreet, but it was just too little too late, because Max had his double Urnums and Serendib. So Peter lost game 1 with a really rough start on triple mulliganing and then having his first land strip mined. So he lost that match. Let's go back to the decks. And let's take a look at the deck pictures again. So, and let me reshare here. All right, so back to Max's deck. You know, it's just so strong. It's so strong. The 4 Ashes to Ashes, the 4 Oubliettes, the 4 Drops of Honey, the 4 Nethervoids, 8 killer cards. It's an interesting choice, only having 1 Juzum and only 3 Serendibs, right?
Yeah. I don't know if that's. I don't know. I don't know if he just wanted a 5th 4-cost guy, right? So he chose Urnum as his primary 4-cost guy. He needed to make room for those Nethervoids. I mean, you can only clog up the deck with so many 4-drops, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because if he had, 12 4-drops, that seems kind of like a lot. And then there's just 3 Serendibs. So, I don't know, he just kind of cut here and there to make room for the main deck, Nethervoid and Drop of Honey.
Yeah.
And all the removal. He's just got so much removal. 4 Oubliette and 4 Ashes to Ashes. Like, it's...
Right.
That's a lot.
John, were you able to actually look up a ruling anywhere on what happens when you have those double Sylvan libraries?
Well, on Gather, it just says that the triggered ability is resolved in sequence. So, and it says that you don't look at all the cards at the same time. So, presumably, it sounds like to me you would trigger the first one. You look at 3. You draw for the turn and 2 additional. And you'd put either 2 back or pay life for them. And then when the second one triggered, I believe you would only look at 2 because you've already drawn your card for the turn. So 2 additional would just be 2. But we can get, I don't know, you can ask Michael about it.
Yeah, I just tried to call him.
Because Peter definitely looked at 3 again the second time, and I don't believe that's correct.
Why does Sylvan Library not show up on Gatherer?
It does. I'm looking at it right now.
Oh, there it is. Okay, so the new wording is, at the beginning of your draw step, you may draw 2 additional cards. If you do, choose 2 cards in your hand, draw on this turn. For each of those cards, pay 4 life, or put the card on the top of your library.
Yep, and then if you scroll down to the 4th ruling there, it talks about having multiple Sylvan libraries in play.
All right, here's their... Oh, I gotta jump back over. Peter just flashed his hand, and he's taking a mulligan again. Man, Peter is mulliganing like crazy tonight.
The thing is, though, is if the Sylvan library works the way that it seems to, based on these rulings, there's not much advantage to having the second one unless you pay life to draw extra cards the first time, because you're just going to look at the same 2 cards that you already looked at.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you look at 3 and put 2 back, and then you get to look at 2, like, there's just the 2 cards you already looked at.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. I'll see if I can find another thread that has a ruling.
All right, so Peter's flashed his hand. He's got that mana drain, and he's putting the mana drain on the bottom. Did you see that, John?
Did he? That's pretty interesting.
I didn't get a really good look at his hand. Okay, Jusum, Sindbad, Sylvan, Elves, Strip Mines, Sylvan, Underground. Wow, that's pretty strong starting hand too. He's got the Sylvan, he's got the Underground, and the Strip. Oh, yeah, and Peter's going first, so he does not draw. So Taiga and pass. Max definitely is like, hey, you're going first. No draw, buddy. Okay, there's the Underground. Oh, the top deck Pendlehaven. That's good. That'll come in handy. All right. Second Taiga. Man, he's not trying to get his blue out, huh? And he put that mana drain on the bottom. I'm really mystified by that. All right. So Max has Sylvan. Has City of Brass and plays Sylvan Library because he had 2 in his opening hand. nobody's running Jaloom Tome in any of these decks, even though they got all these 4-ofs. You know, you'd think that Jaloom Tome would be a possible good add when you're running 4 Sylvans.
Well, they're just doing the Sindbad thing instead, right? So you just get free card advantage instead of having to loot. Instead of having to draw and discard, you just get to skim lands for free and then draw the card under it. So there's only so much room in your deck, you know. I mean, it might not be awful to have one, right? Just to have an extra draw engine in there to pitch junk to. Because sometimes you get stuck with 3 cards on top of your library that you really don't want. And you just keep putting, like, lands back or cards you don't want back. But I suppose Sindbad helps with that, right? He just skims them for you. Yeah, from everything I'm reading, it appears that the Sylvan libraries trigger the way I was talking about. You look at 3, keep 1, or pay life to keep more than 1. And, you know, if you don't pay life and you put 2 cards back, you just look at the same 2 cards for the second one.
Yeah. Well, here's Michael calling. Hey, Michael.
Hey, you called?
Hey, man, we have a quick rules question for you.
All right, what's up?
Double Sylvan library in play. How does that work?
You can pay. It works in succession. So the first Sylvan library resolves. If you paid 8 life, right, you would draw all 3 cards.
Okay.
Right. And then the second Sylvan library resolves.
And you can draw more if you pay more, or you.
You can draw more if. Yeah, you can draw more.
And when does your regular draw for the regular card that doesn't cost 4 life, does that trigger on the first Sylvan or the second Sylvan?
I guess on the first. I'm not quite sure. I know that it's in succession. So like, you look at the top 3, and you put back 1 or 2, right?
And then do you look at 3
library,
more?
would you just look at 2 since
Yes.
you've already drawn the card?
That's
yeah, you would look at the next 2. You would look at the next 2.
okay, not 3.
That's what we thought.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can't get an extra free card. So like, you can pay up to 16, but you can't look at all. I guess is it 5 cards at once?
Yes, that's right. Okay, got it.
So, but you can, if you pay 16 life, you can draw 5 cards.
Got it. Okay, so you can pay a ton of life and draw 5 cards.
Right. But you can't do it all at once.
Yes. Okay. Back-to-back triggers. Got it. Okay.
It's back-to-back triggers.
We're doing the Four Horsemen Tournament 9 finals. It's Peter Soltes versus Maxime Delanoux, 2 Canadians, and they're playing in person, and we're live streaming it right now. And we ran into this rules question, and we were just scratching our heads.
Okay.
It's a pretty killer match.
Yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I've had multiple Sylvans in play before, so like I have run into this.
Yes. Okay. Well,
so-
we figured you would know. All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for the tip, man. I'll catch up with you a little bit later.
All right, see ya.
Okay, cheers, bye. All right. Meanwhile, back to the action. So I just looked at Peter's deck picture. He does have 2 Jaloom Tomes, and they're up in the kind of the right-hand corner in his deck picture. And we kind of glazed over them, John, but he's definitely running 2, and you see he's coming out with it now. This could give
It's
it.
really funny that you brought that up and then he drops one.
Yeah, and that's I was like, what? You know, like, so this could give Peter a real advantage, right? Because now he's got if he gets Sylvan Library out, and he has Jaloom Tome, That will make a huge difference. He's got his drop of honey out, and he got his rook egg out earlier. So now he's stacking his drop of honey to his or his rook egg to his drop of honey, and he's looking over his hand trying to figure out what to do next. But he's staring down a Sindbad and a Serendib Efreet and an Elves of Deep Shadow. Now's when he needs his Falling Star.
Yeah, Falling Star hitting 3 dudes would be pretty hot, I suppose.
Yeah, now he can't take out the Serendib Efreet, but for example, if he were to attack with his Sindbad and Max decided to block with his Serendib Efreet, then he could, in post-combat main, he could drop his Falling Star and take them all out.
Right.
And Peter's got his handy Pendlehaven over there, so, you know, at least on the ground, Sindbad and Elves cannot get through because he's got his Pendlehaven to protect on his Sindbad, which is really strong. But there is the Serendib Efreet. Now, you know, the whole trigger on Drop of Honey is always tricky because it doesn't trigger on your opponent's upkeep. It only triggers on your upkeep.
Right, that's right.
That's why you need Maces of Ith.
Maze of Ith?
Yeah. It makes the Drop of Honey much better.
How's that, Damien?
Because you can stop him from attacking, so it gives you time to kill the creatures he has.
Yeah, it just buys you that extra turn in between,
Yeah.
so that like you don't have to take it on the pin.
He could start preventing the Serendib to attack and start killing the 1/1s.
Ah, yeah. Yeah, that's very smart. That's a really good point. And now that we've restricted Maze of Ith in the main thing.
Yeah, well, the last tournament, Peter played 4 Maces of Ith and 4 Drop of Honeys.
So Peter was texting me. He was saying he's holding a Serendib and a Sindbad and a Pendlehaven. He wants the viewers to know. And he's already played the Sindbad and the Pendlehaven, so he's got a Serendib and something else in his hand right now. But meanwhile, Max is, you know, already got his dib out. Oh, now this is the that is the Oubliette. What's going on here? That must be Ashes to Ashes. Is that what that is? So he played a second Sindbad and then Max Ashes to Ashes them?
No, why? Why is the no? Yeah.
Well, there's a proxy in his graveyard, and let me look at his. It's really. I wish these guys.
It's Ashes to Ashes. He Ashes to Ashes a Sindbad. He drew with the Sindbad before he died, and it was a Sindbad. And then he Ashes the token.
The token. What token?
The 4/4. The 4/4 token.
Rook token.
Oh, the Rook token. Right. Damn, that's so brutal, right? Rook token and Sindbad. And, of course, he's got to pay 5 life for that, so Max is now at 8, right?
Yeah.
And the Drop of Honey's triggering... What was this?
Well, the Drop of Honey destroyed Max's Sindbad, but before it died, he tried
drew.
to use the top card, yeah. And, then
and it was an Urnum. Okay. Okay, so now that Peter has lost his Rook token and his Sindbad, now he drops Serendib Efreet. It's interesting. He could have played Serendib Efreet much earlier because he told us, he gave us a hint, and he wanted the viewers to know that he's had that Serendib in his hand for many turns. He was probably very intelligently waiting to see if an Ashes to Ashes came, because it would be such a huge hit to lose your Rook and your Serendib. And now he's dropping the Serendib after that Ashes to Ashes is played out. Peter's sitting on 17. What's that? No, Peter's sitting on 16 life. And, you know, Max had to lose that 5 life to get that Ashes to Ashes off. And he's dropped from 12 down to 7.
He's thinking about something.
Right? I really think this Jaloom Tome is going to help Peter out. He's got all the lands he needs. He's already ditched that second Pendlehaven. You see that, John? So,
Yeah.
you know, he's already kind of like over the long term of the game. He's got 2 Pendlehavens. He does have a Maze of Ith in there, but he can now. Well, Max does. Sorry, I was looking at Max's deck. Max has 2 Pendlehavens and 1 Maze of Ith. Peter has 2 Pendlehavens, 2 Diamond Valleys. I mean, I guess he could get rid of extra Sylvan libraries and an extra Pendlehaven. So he's probably got 3 or 4 cards that he can toss away and gain some card advantage over Max, and that might really help him since he's got the life to do it. Okay. Double City of Brass is also really hurting Max. You know, he's taken so much damage. John, you and I have talked about this before, right? When you end up with those double cities, they really fucking hurt.
I don't even play him anymore, especially with all the dibs that do you damage and the Elves of Deep Shadow that do you damage. Like, there's just so many cards in his deck that, like, do him, you know, ancillary damage here and there, and suddenly you find yourself with a very low life total. And the Ashes to Ashes on top of it. Like, that's just so much life loss.
Seen that.
Like, if we sit for too many more turns, Max is just going to die to his turn to Befreet.
Yeah, the Serendip Befreet is going to kill him here. And eventually, you know, Peter's going to run into a Diamond Valley too, and he'll just end up getting more life. And we know Max is not running Diamond Valley, which I was really surprised when those guys were doing their deck reviews. I would have thought Max would have said, hey, you know, I wish I ran 1 or 2 Diamond Valley.
I don't really see how Max gets out of this. He just lost another 2 life to
the double City of Brass. Yeah, it's so painful. And he had to do that because of Oubliette, and he's strip mining the Volcanic. And so that black card over the Serendib is the Oubliette.
Yeah, he's just marking it.
Right. So he did get.
I mean, it's really funny. If they're playing in person, he should just set the Oubliette on top of it.
Yeah.
We normally would only do that on webcam because you can't hand the cards.
Yeah, they're
camera.
playing like they're on webcam when they're in person. But does it's enchant creature, right? So yeah, it goes on the creature.
No, it's not Nora. It's just an enchantment.
Oh, okay. Well, then they're playing it right.
But like Peter could just put his creature under the Oubliette since they're sitting next to each other. Well, here we go. He goes to 1. So he won't die from the Serendib if Peter doesn't play any more creatures, because the drop of honey will destroy it. It's going to end up being tight.
Well, yeah.
So drop of honey destroys the Serendib.
Yeah, and now he's got the
There's no
Urnham
other
Djinn.
creatures out. And now he's got Urnham on board.
What he
and
needs,
Peter needs to put something up.
What he needs is to play a Sindbad or an Elves of Deep Shadow so he can munch them to the drop of honey and keep Urnham Djinn in play. Yeah, and Peter's down to 5 life here real quickly. Peter has not run across this Diamond Valley.
Oh no, he's going to 1.
Yeah, and he's got nothing. He's got no
Is
blockers.
this game over? Does Peter have 1 copy of Disharmony in his deck, or no?
No, I was the only person in the tournament running Disharmony. That's what Peter was saying. He said if he could make changes, he wished he would added Disharmony.
Yeah, that card's sweet, especially if you're playing, Diamond Valley and Reincarnation and all this other stuff.
Yeah, that's why.
Good.
That's why I named my deck. What did I name it? Disharmony Valley of the Djinns is I think what I named it. And I named Peter's deck Reincarnation Rukh Valley.
1-1, and neither of them have any direct damage, do they? Does Peter have any direct damage in his deck?
No, nobody's running Chain Lightning or Pyrotechnics in these decks, but just Falling Star on Peter's side, but that doesn't target players. All right, so they're 1-1. What a crazy game. But look at the land on Max's side. So Peter's got Max in kind of a stronghold because he can't tap his lands or he'll die.
It's really amazing he did him that much damage with only 3 lands out.
Well, yeah, I mean, is that the 3rd City of Brass? No, that's a Bayou, right?
It's a Bayou, I think.
Okay. But still, he can't play his Urnhams. He can't play his Serenity. He can't play anything that costs more than 2. So all he can play is Elves and...
yeah, he can play an elf. Yeah, that's okay.
There's a Mana Drain. Peter has Mana Drain the Scavenger folk because he has...
But what if Peter dies to
No. He's got the Jaloom Tome he can pump the mana into.
Oh, he's got the Jaloom Tome. That's true.
Yeah. Okay, so he's pumping the mana into the... He's pumping his mana into Jaloom Tome to draw and discard that Sylvan Library on the top because he doesn't need that. So this is what I was talking about. That card advantage could really come into play for Peter. Okay, he's got a Jaloom Tome and something else. Oh, he's got a Jaloom Tome and a Dance of Mini on the top there. That's interesting. We get to see that. And he's trying to figure out what to do. Okay, he's got the 2 mana. He's going to use one of those mana to draw the Dance of Mini and discard it. And then he just passes turn.
So siding in all those Scavenger folks looks pretty good right now.
Yeah, siding in the Scavenger folks looks like...
another one. He's, here we go. Here it is. Nope, oh my God.
It's an Elves and the Mana Drain on the Elves. Holy crap. What a battle this 1-1 is. This is some intense, crazy shit right here. Oh, man. Okay, so now he has 1 from the Mana Drain and he's digging. He's digging. Can you tilt those forward a little bit, Peter? Just tilt them, angle them where we can see them. All right. We kind of get a glimpse at Max's hand over here. Can't quite tell what he's got. He's got a lot of cards. Just can't play them. Uh-oh, John, you turning your camera on?
Yeah, I was clicking the unmute. I just hit the wrong thing.
Oops. Okay. All right. So now Peter plays a second Jaloom Tome with some of his Mana Drain mana. Now that is very interesting. So now he can...
he had to play something.
Yeah, but now he can double dig, right? Because now you can get rid of 2 cards off the top, and you're just going to start digging like crazy on that Sylvan. Is going to be really, really strong. All right, here it comes. Tap into second Sylvan Library. Yeah, Peter does not care about that. He's drawing with the Jaloom Tome, and then he's discarding it. So he needs to tap one of those. but he's just going to his turn. Okay, so now he looks at 3. Come on, Peter, tilt him forward. Dang, we can't see him. Puts 1 into his hand.
It's pretty funny.
He's putting 1 in his hand, puts the 2 back. All right, there's the one he drew. And he's got plenty of mana.
Eventually Peter's just going to draw a Triskelion.
Yeah, he needs a Triskelion for the win here. But that would also have, he would also have to tap out for it. Okay, so wow, he's discarding a drop of honey.
But he can tap out, that's fine, because Max can't counter it. If he counters it, he'll die to a City of Brass.
Well, right now he can't, but as soon as he drops another land that tops, that taps for blue, he could counter it. Oh, Peter's clapping. He's like, let's go, let's go. He's almost got this in the bag if he could just get his Triskelion out. You're right, John.
This is so funny.
What a great game this has turned out to be.
I still kind of hope Max pulls it out. It's gonna be a little tragic if he doesn't.
At this point, I'm kind of rooting for Peter to win this one and win the next one, and then the knockdown drag out, game 5 for, like you have to say, all the fake marbles, and then I want Max to win.
Game 5 would be cool.
Game 5 would be real cool. That's what we want to see. Okay, so Peter is going to his turn, digging again, putting 2 on the top, taking 1. Oh, and he's got a Sindbad. That's all you need, right? Now,
all you need is a 1/1.
That now, if Max can't handle that, and Peter's got the Pendlehaven too, so okay, Sylvan Library. That might be curtains for Max.
Well, it sucks because now if Max gets a 1/1, he just has to play it as a blocker.
Exactly. Yep. Okay, now there's his double blue. It's 1 turn too late. If he did have the mana drain, it would have been really helpful for him. I think I do see a blue card in his hand. There's an Urnum. Oh, these double City of Brasses are just wrecking Max on this game. And I've had this happen to me so many times. He's got a Serendip Efreet. He's got an Urnum Djinn, but he can't play Serendip Efreet, he'll die. He can't play Urnum Djinn, he'll die. City of Brass would kill him. So he's locked up because of these City of Brass. That's pretty wild, right?
We're gonna have 1 drop its game.
Mm-hmm.
And even if he does, it only buys him 1 turn because Peter's got Pendlehaven. So his 1/1 is better than Max's 1/1.
All right. This may be 1 in the bag for Peter. All right. He is drawing.
I don't know what else he could possibly have.
So he draws with the Jaloom Tome and discards that Sylvan Library that was on top. These Jaloom Tomes have turned this game around for Peter.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was commenting on that earlier that like this could be a real advantage for him if he can do it over the long game. There it is. Boom. Wow. Oh, Peter comes back for a win. Wow. What do you think of that, John and Damien?
I think it's tight.
I think Max was very, very unlucky.
Yes. Yes, he was very unlucky with those double
2-on-1s, 2 mana drains that could have been the game.
Yeah.
And a lot of draws without getting anything.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a quick look back at the decks again, guys. We were talking about what to sideboard in. None of us said anything about sideboarding in the the scavenger folk, and those guys made a huge difference in that game. There's 4 scavenger folk in Max's sideboard, right?
Well, they're good against the opposing drop of honeys too, I guess, because they get something out there to shield the bigger guys.
Yeah.
I will have to go for a second, and I will be back in a few minutes.
Okay, sure, Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the scavenger folk are just extra creatures. But what did he side out? You know, maybe he sided out that recall, and maybe he sided out
maybe a couple ashes to ashes. You probably don't need them all.
Yeah, maybe he sided out a couple ashes to ashes in the recall and put in 3 scavenger folks.
Or maybe he took out his own drop of honeys because he feels like in this matchup they're not as relevant and the targeted removal.
That's
I mean,
true.
I might do that
That's
if I
true.
was playing in this match against Peter's deck.
John, that is a really good point. Yeah, he knows Peter's running drop of honey and needs drop of honey, so he can take his drop of honey out. He could slap in the 4 Serendibs. He could swap out that recall and 1 or 2 ashes to ashes, and he could put in those Dandans.
Yeah, I think I'd side in all 7 creatures and just try to like
overrun him,
out creature him.
Yeah.
You know, because you notice how close these games are.
Right, and that would take his creature count from 4, 8, 16, no, 4, 8, 12, 16, yeah. He goes from 16 creatures to 23 creatures.
Cool. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that is a really good strategy.
And it's not like Peter's playing, you know, pyrotechnics or anything, so the Dondons are actually probably pretty good here.
Right. Yeah. And back over to Peter's deck. I mean, Peter has to sideboard in those Field of Dreams. He's got to. And he's
got a lot of creatures too, though. Like he's got, you know, the old mans that I think he might have sided out.
Yeah, I would not. I would not side out those old men. I would side out. I mean, he doesn't need all these recalls. He's not playing against a deck where he needs it, you know, recalls, and he used recall in the last game. Dance of Many locks down your mana. I really don't think it's worth it. I would side out 1 recall, 2 Dance of Many. I'd put in those 2 Field of Dreams and a drop of honey. And then I would side out, I don't know. I mean, Wailuli Wolf's probably his least useful creature, but it's also the creature that makes up the difference in combat. But, you know, what's one Ken Meyer Jr. card that's missing from Peter's deck? John, what is the big green Ken Meyer Jr. card that's missing from Peter's deck?
Yeah, isn't it weird that he doesn't have any Urnums?
Yes, like he's not running Urnum Djinn because he didn't. I guess he didn't want that forest walking stuff going down. But that is actually what's really throwing off the imbalance here. Is he's running Dance of Many in duplicate and 2 recall when he could have been running 4 Urnums.
Well, he wanted the room for the Rook eggs in the 4 slot, and also he knows that a lot of games are going to come down to people, you know, staring at each other until one of their things gets mana drained. And, like, maybe he just felt like, you know, 4-drop wasn't where he wanted to be when he has to hold up for mana drain. I don't know. I mean, I probably, instead of the Dance of Many's and the recalls, would maybe play the Urnum Djinns in those slots, but I don't know. What do I know? Peter's still playing and I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to work on this build, I definitely think that Disharmony is maybe a 1 or 2 of, since he's already got the Diamond Valleys. But more importantly, I think it's a real mistake to leave Urnum Djinn out, especially when you're running Wailuli Wolf.
Urnum's good with Diamond Valley too. That's 5 life.
Yeah,
I mean, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it's fucking strong. And
like if the 4 slot's becoming a problem, you can just munch it.
That's right.
Life.
And the real thing is the Wailuli Wolves with the Urnum Djinn is just such a powerhouse. So I think he's doing himself a real disservice running 2 Dance of Many, which ties up your double blue mana, which you need to mana drain. and he's running recalls, which, I mean, he can get a reincarnation back, but he's already got 4 of them, and I think I would gladly swap out the 2 recalls and the 2 Dance of Mini for 4 Urnums. And he could go down to 2 old men, and he could go down to 2 old men and maybe 3 Wailulis instead of 4, and he could swap in 2 disharmonies. I think that would be a lot stronger.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of... Dance of Many's cool. There's a lot of, like, kind of neat targets for it.
Yeah.
Like, he can copy a Rukh egg and then just not pay the upkeep and then get the token.
Mm-hmm.
Or he can play it and then play a reincarnation on it. And, well, no, that doesn't work, does it? Well, yeah, he could get something else out of the yard. It just wouldn't be the token. I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
and here's the opener.
Yeah. Oh, that was so fast. I saw a Jusum and some other things, and he's just immediately shuffling it back into
I
mulligan.
think he was short on land.
Hmm.
It's like Peter's refilling his beer. He's also barefoot, which is funny.
Yeah. Yeah, Peter likes beer and whiskey. He's a man after my own heart.
All right, here we go. Tropical Island.
Yep. Trop, Strip, Sylvan, Mazavith. And he bottomed the Nethervoid. Ooh. Wow, what a decision there. So he's not even like relying on the Nethervoid now. He's putting it away.
Okay, Peter's got Drain and a Sylvan and a City of Brass, a couple other lands. I didn't see what the last card was. Sylvan.
Man, they get these Sylvans out early, and Max has only got 3 of them, whereas Peter has 4, and they both turn 2, drop them. How about that?
Well, they won't be wanting for card selection this game.
So Peter has to win this match. He knows it. I know he's going to be focused and determined, but he's also on, drink probably number 7. So we all know that affects things.
Well, he's pretty laid back and he's got nothing to prove, so I think he'll play well. This is really funny. They're just kind of playing the true mirror here.
They each drop 3rd turn Serendivs. Now they're gonna just like take damage off each other. Now this is an example where if Peter gets his Diamond Valleys in, he will pull ahead simply out of life gain. Think about that, John. He could just sit back, 1 for 1, and as soon as he gets his Diamond Valley, he can start gaining life, and Max could just straight up lose because of the Diamond Valley life gain.
That's what happened to me in this tournament. I didn't have any kind of life gain, and I was playing a lot of the greedy gens and ashes to ashes and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And there were games where they'd be really tight, but then my opponent would, gain 5 life or whatever, and that would be enough to offset the game.
Okay, so Peter is tapping a City of Brass and a Taiga. to play. Now, why would he do that and leave his double blue when he could tap a blue and leave his City of Brass open and not take that damage?
I'm not sure.
That does not make sense.
I'm not sure. Maybe in his head, he's just like, I gotta leave 2 blue up. But the City of Brass would be a fine blue to leave up.
That's right, and you could avoid that 1 life loss. Weird. Okay, so they're each playing Sindbads as well. Like, it's a total mirror match at this point. The only difference is, you know, Peter's got a Taiga and a City of Brass, and Max has a Strip Mine and a and a Maze of Ith, basically. Like, I mean, Max doesn't have double blue yet, but he soon will. Oh, Pendlehaven. What's going on there? He's flashing his Pendlehaven. Oh, he's playing his Mishra's Factory instead, though. That's not going to be a lot of help for him. But the Maze of Ith can be. No,
well, getting more dudes out is good.
So he plays double Sylvan. And Peter is Sindbadding, and of course his Sylvan library is on top. And I guess that's the same thing that Max did. Max Sindbadded and he got his Sylvan library. That's why he flashed it. I mean, it really is like mirror match at this point. 17 to 18. Okay, so Peter puts his Pendlehaven into play. Now he can, if he needs to, he can pump the Sindbad, but he's going to keep on the drawing engine with the Sindbad and the Sylvan Library. Now he's got the advantage card, the true advantage card, which is Jaloom Tome. I'm telling you, John.
That should take a point. He should be at 16.
Yes, good call. Good call.
I'll shoot Peter a message.
I mean, these 1 points can make a difference. But I think Peter was at 18, wasn't he? Wasn't it 17 to 18?
Yeah, but his
He took 1 from the dib.
Oh, and he took 1 from the dib too. Yes, he should be at 16. There he goes. Now he's getting it. Okay, good job, guys. This Maze of Ith could come in real handy for Max down the road, but right now it's just it's just Serendib Efreet damage every turn for both of them. Okay, so he's drawing with the Sindbad, but he needs to show it. And of course, it's a tropical because he's got his Sylvan Library to make sure that it's a land, if at all possible. What a mirror match this is. It's really it's really kind of crazy. I mean, they do have a lot of similar cards, but they have a lot of differences too.
I mean, if he could break the parity here somehow, like if he could play a removal spell on Peter's, Jin, and then maybe be able to mana drain the mana drain.
Well, see, Peter doesn't have any removal other than Triskelion. He's not running black, and I mean, unless he's got the Falling Star sided in, which we haven't seen that yet. Whereas, Max has, 4 Oubliettes and 4 Ashes to Ashes potentially, plus the drops of honey. But I think you're right, John. I think he's sideboarded those out. All right, so he's drawing with Jaloom Tome. It's an extra Sylvan. I mean, these little maneuvers right here are so critical for Peter. He loses from the Serendib. It really is a way for him to filter out these. He's got, 3 or 4 extra cards, which he may not need, like the extra Sylvans or even the extra Jaloom or the extra Pendlehaven. he can Jaloom Tome those away and dig deeper on the next draw turn, and it can make a difference.
And Max, did he took the damage from the div?
Oh no, he didn't.
Because they are Peter is only one down. And now he's two.
We'll have to really watch.
So yeah, because Max has been at 17 for 2 turns now, so he should be at 15.
I think Peter will see the message, and
He should be at 60.
So he's at 16 now, he should be at 15. Right?
I believe so.
Oh, the video camera died.
Oh no.
Peter, the camera feed died. Either the camera battery went dead or it lost its whereby connection, but the camera feed is gone. Can you check it for us?
We got kicked out of the because we got kicked out of the whereby.
No, we no, nobody kicked you out.
No, I'm just saying we got logged out though. We're trying to log back in. We're knocking.
Oh, really?
Yeah, really. Waiting for to be let back in.
Huh. Okay, let me leave and come back in then, because something is not right.
Something's up. Something's up for sure.
It's not showing you knocking. And me and John and
it's not showing you trying to get in.
me, John, and Damien are all in the whereby, and it's not showing you trying to.
Have them completely close the browser. And then go
Okay,
back
there
in.
it goes.
Okay, but the first he just canceled and then tried again.
Okay, I saw it come up. I clicked let him in, and then it's not doing anything.
It's not doing anything though.
Tell him to close his browser and reopen his browser. Close it completely. Like exit the browser Chrome altogether.
He can hear you.
Okay.
So, yeah, Max can hear you. We're gonna exit the browser and reopen it.
Yeah. I mean,
Are you running Apple?
I'm running Apple. Yeah, I have an AirBook, but whereby is optimized for Chrome, and there's a plugin for it. That's what allows us to do the recordings, and it should work really well with Chrome.
Gotcha.
Is he using Chrome browser?
Looks like Max is using Chrome. Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything else in this world, Chad, besides Google and Chrome?
Oh yeah, there is. You know, there's browsers that don't track anything, and there's Mozilla, Firefox. You know.
We got Mozilla, Firefox, and DuckDuck, and all those.
Yeah, I mean, there's okay. Now it says Max has requested join. Let in. Okay, you guys are back now. Okay, so
Have you got your dancing ebony jeweled horse ready to go, Max?
all right, so that we don't have an echo. All right, so Max needs to fix his life.
Fix your life.
Yeah. So Max should be at 15. Max.
Why? No, because Peter took two more damage than I did.
Oh, okay. We thought you might have.
I don't think. I think his life total is correct.
Okay, we thought Max
More or less.
we thought Max missed the Serendip damage, but maybe not.
That time I said you maybe missed the Serendip damage. I think.
No, no,
Yeah, the previous
two
turn.
damages.
It was like 2 turns ago, and because you were at 18, Peter, for a while, and Max was at 17, and then
Yeah, but Peter was at 15, and he took damages from his City of Brass.
yeah, the City of Brass. That's right, and we saw him catch that. Okay.
If I take an extra damage, we're gonna be at the same amount. I'm pretty sure he took for sure one. I'm pretty sure he took 2 damages from the City of Brass.
The best way to remember to take Serendip damage is to put something on the top of your deck to remind you to take the Serendip. I use a dice or glass counter.
Oh yeah, that's smart. Let's do that. But I think like that is good.
Yeah. Okay. And Peter, yeah, don't forget to take your Serendip damage.
I'm good.
Okay, guys. All right, let's continue. Thanks. Appreciate it.
You did your life. You did all your draws.
Yeah, but now with that, I'm pretty sure you.
I think you're at the right. I don't think you need to take an extra damage.
No, but I think there was like 2 life points difference between us. No.
It's been one for the last 3 turns. It's been one life point difference.
Yeah, there was 1 life point difference between the two of you until Peter had to tap his City of Brass.
All right, that's fine. So we're good. We're good like that.
Okay, thanks, guys.
All right, I'll mute you.
Yes, sure. Okay.
Okay. You did all your draws.
Yeah,
I know that.
All
You
right,
got all
I
your
gotta
lands.
turn
No,
that
I didn't.
volume down again. I wonder if I leave their volume just a tiny bit up, if that would work. What do you think, John?
Oh, you can give it a try if you want to. I still feel like Max should be at 15 here, but we'll see if it matters going forward.
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of thought he missed an upkeep trigger on his Serendip damage, but maybe we're wrong. I mean, there's multiple upkeep.
Well, you reminded Peter, and then Peter's like, "Oh, remember to do it," but he did it for that turn, not for the previous turn.
Right.
And they never corrected, but
right.
If both players miss it, I guess it is what it is.
At the end of your turn, I had a plan. It's been so fucking long. So fucking long. I almost need to look at the top card, but I think I prepared this correctly. I'm going to draw with Sindbad.
Okay, so yeah, I think it does help a little bit here to have like a low volume for these guys.
I'm going to pay 2. Drop the book. Sylvan Library, I'm going to also throw that away.
Yeah, so he's tossing the Sylvan Library.
Just getting all the chaff off the top of his library so he can draw something else.
Yeah, this is
But he's got a lot of stuff going on in upkeep. He's got the Sylvan, he's got Serendib, he's got the Drop of Honey.
Right.
So he did his Serendib and he did his drop, and now he's resolving his Sylvan trigger.
Yeah.
And he's keeping just 1.
Yeah.
And getting a free land.
Yeah. He gets the free land, so it's like a Library of Alexandria every turn. It's a pretty cool combo. But, it does take multiple cards. It's a multi-card combo to get it going.
Yeah, I don't see any problem with it. I think it's fine. I mean, I understand why a lot of people were running it, but it's it's fair enough.
Well, ultimately, it takes 8 cards to get it going, So, yeah, you're going to be drawing, but you got to sacrifice 8 slots in your deck to make it work, all efficiently.
Yeah.
Okay. So did Max take his 1 damage here?
He did. He's at 15 now.
I really wanted that second library, but I was like, I just couldn't get there, Could not get there. The cards I need to get, the cards I needed. It's just tough. It is very tough. I feel like only
these multi Serendibs from turn 3 for both players have been pretty wild. But now, Max is under the gun from Drop of Honey. And Peter has the advantage here, but Max has the Maze of Ith for Peter's Serendip. What's this? Is that Oubliette?
I think it's an Oubliette.
Oubliette. Oh, and there's the mana drain.
I think the factory will decide the game.
Oh.
The drain is drained.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the mana drain wars. Holy shit. All the mana drains coming out. Oh wow, Peter's doing the shuffle dance. He's gonna have 5 mana next turn. He better have a Triskelion, you know. Wow. So Peter had the double drain there. And you know, maybe his drawing in you know, deck manipulation with the Jaloom Tome has allowed him to dig into that doubled mana drain for this scenario.
Well, it's really funny too, because with both mana drains, now Peter's getting mana from both of his.
Yeah, I mean, that double drain, he's got a shit ton of mana now. He's gonna need something big, or he can just pump it into the Jaloom Tome.
And he's going to be able to destroy the opposing... oh no, he's going to have to destroy Sindbad this turn.
Yeah, he might munch his own Serendip since he's got Maze of Ith anyway. I think I would.
Well, he's got to kill Sindbad first. He's got to kill the thing with the lowest power.
Yeah, you're right. You can't choose. You can't choose. It has to be in order of lowest power.
One more damage, you're right.
Man, and with the Pendelhaven, he can pump the Sindbad, but it's not enough to trump the power of the Serendip Efreet.
Well, Copper Tablet's not legal in this format, but these guys figured out a way to make it work.
dueling Serendip Efreets, yeah. As soon as Max draws, you know, another removal like Ashes to Ashes or Oubliette.
First, I'm going to untap. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. Then I'm going to stack my.
It could really swing things.
Can you
untap upkeep? Yeah, but untap. Yeah, but the I'm in my upkeep. I'm tapping it.
I know, but
He's like, you gotta kill that. And he's like, I know, I'm using it first.
I can stack them in the order I want. I can stack all my upkeep counters in the order I want.
That's true. He can. He controls the order of his upkeep. So he took his Serendip Efreet damage.
With this guy. Volcanic. Yep.
Okay, so he taps the Sindbad.
This guy affects this.
All right, and then the drop of honey triggers and kills the Sindbad.
Mana drain mana.
And now he has to resolve his library.
Yeah, now the Sylvan Library triggers. And he's looking to see what he's got and keeping those separate. It's the right way to do it. And he's going to have 5 extra mana this turn, and that Serendip Efreet is going to munch it on the next upkeep. Because the 2 Serendips will be tied, and in that case, Peter can choose, unless Max can play, you know, an elf or Scavenger Folk or Sindbad or something.
I'm just going to take 1 Max. I'm putting 2 back.
Okay. Putting 2 back.
And I'm going to wait for you to come back. Yo, guys, Max is going to get us drinks, so we're just going to take a pause for a second.
Salud. Cheers. That's a good time for me to go get a refill. I'll be right back.
All right, what's Peter going to use all this colorless mana for? That is the question.
I should build a game table. I should build a few game tables. Yeah, fun business. Okay, so first thing, I'm going to take 2 plus 3.
So you're using all the 5?
I'm using all the 5 plus 1.
Trike, I guess.
Say a trike.
There it is.
Then, let me think about this. I'm going to play a volcanic island.
All right, we're back in action. What happened?
Well, while you were gone, Peter used all that mana drain mana to play a trike, and then he Dance of Many'd the trike.
Oh,
so
shit.
this game has really turned around very quickly.
Wow.
And then next turn, he's going to use his Drop of Honey to kill that opposing Serendib, and it's just going to be game, I think.
Yeah,
we'll see.
You hear Peter saying, this is the way the deck is designed to work. That's why he's playing Dance of Many instead of playing Urnham Gens. He's running that Dance of Many specifically for this scenario when he can mana drain, drop Triskelion, and then put in Drop of Honey. It's killer. But, you know, it's so, like, it's so combo-y. You know, Urnham Gen is so much more reliable. Wow. You're right, though, John. It's a total turnaround.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Max at this point.
Wow.
Yeah, it's funny. I made the joke about Copper Tablet, but this now this is kind of like a copy artifact, right? Like, there's no copy artifact to play, so what do you play instead? You play Dance of Many, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
So
okay, so he does drop the Urnham.
So that's a solid blocker because Peter's not going to be able to destroy it with the drop.
Well,
yet.
Not yet, but yes.
Not for a long time, because all his guys have three toughness, or three power.
they're 4/4s. Everybody's a 4/4 except for the
Oh
Serendib.
yeah, the trikes are 4/4s. Right?
Yeah, the trikes are 4/4s.
Yeah.
But what he can do is pop off his counters and sack the trikes to drop a honey, which makes that trike just killer. And he's going to start with the Dance of Many one, right? Because he doesn't have to pay the upkeep. So he just pops him for 3 damage and sacks the 1/1.
I don't even think he'll have to do that though. Like, he's going to get in some serious damage this coming turn, I think.
Well, remember there is a Maze of Ith on Max's side, so he can handle.
Well, that helps.
He can handle one creature, and the Urnham Djinn can block the 4/4s and kill them. So he'd have to fire off the Triskelion triggers on one of the other ones. Oh, double Urnham! Can you hear that strength of the snapping of the tapping and snapping the cards down there, John?
But now he's gonna have to start giving something Forest Walk, which really.
No! The 4th mana drain, or is that the 4th or 3rd mana drain?
I waited for the second one.
Third on Peter's side.
Oh no! Oh, Max would have really turned the tables there with the double Urnhams.
Right,
Oof.
It's on.
Oh, like we hate Peter at this point.
We got a game on our hands.
Well, you're getting what you want. I think we're gonna go to game 5.
Yes, that's what we want. We want game 5, and Max will be on the play, and he can just run over Peter and for the win. Max wants to be on the play here. He wants to play first turn, Elves of Deep Shadow, second turn Serendib 3, third turn Urnham. Like, that's what he wants to do. Okay, so what's he doing over here?
He's paying his upkeep on his Dance of Many, or is he? He's deciding.
He could just fire off those trike bullets and not pay it. Or
yeah, if he wants to.
Or he could pay it, fire off the bullets.
I think it's better to have the extra attacker, though, right?
He could pay it.
You can come in with both of them, and then whenever one gets blocked, you can just fire the counters off.
But he wants the lowest creature to die to drop a honey here.
I believe I did.
Yeah, which is going to be the.
Wait, what's he doing? Oh, no. His drop of honey has to trigger here, right?
He already did. He killed Max's Serendib.
Oh. Wow. Well, I mean, that's going to help Max in a way because that Serendib was damaging him every turn. And Max has that Maze of Ith, which will help. So he can handle...
2 of the mana drain mana to draw and discard. He flipped those. What, he didn't put them back in the right order with the Sylvan? You let him do it?
Well, but he stacked the wrong. he should have.
Yeah, I feel like if you stack it wrong, that's your fault. Like
this is very, very gentleman from Max.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Peter stacked it wrong, he should in a tournament, he should not let him
I would not let him in
Yeah.
the final of a tournament.
Right. If it's casual practice game, that's different. Friendly, casual is one thing. Tournament finals is like no takebacks, errors, or you have to eat your own errors. I've eaten many of my own errors.
It's so ridiculous you have the maze.
Yeah, Peter's so pissed off at the maze of it. So he's mazing the Serendib, and Peter cannot attack with the Triskelions because they're 4/4s and the Urnums are 4/5. And he gave the Forest Walk to the Serendib, of course, right?
Okay, past you.
Yeah, I imagine.
Oh man, so the Urnum with the Maze of Ith is holding off double Triskelion, a Serendib are free. That's pretty baller.
The factory and the Maze of Ith will decide the game.
Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Once everybody has been drop of honeyed, then the factory is going to start hitting. Now, what's the manager doing sitting out there?
Diamond Valley at this point.
He had it out there to remember to play the mana drain mana, and then he didn't put it in the yard. There it goes.
Okay, so
unless he has a reincarnation and he can do 9 damage.
Yes, if he does reincarnation off of losing the Triskelion from the trigger of the drop of honey, then he can get that Triskelion back and have 3 more counters. Yeah, Peter's over here talking about how he needs Diamond Valley really bad so he can get life gain.
Okay, just it. Okay, so I'll go to my turn.
Okay.
This guy's gonna do me a damage.
This is quite the match, gentlemen?
We go to 8.
Yeah, it's interesting. So let's see. He's gonna kill that with drop of honey. And
I pay the upkeep on that. 1,
draw.
3. Can I fucking get some fucking help here?
Peter is really frustrated. You can hear it in his voice.
Put that in my hand. Put that on top.
Hopefully he stacked those right.
Stack them right, Peter. Stack them right. Wow. Very silent.
It is really interesting that Peter just has
He must give one of the trikes Forest Walk for once.
Well,
they are forgetting that.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Well, right now he has to give it. Right now he has to give a trike Forest Walk.
Yeah.
So it's his upkeep.
It's 7 points. That's a lot of damage. It's 4 and 6. That's 10 points. So
but he's just gonna maze the one that has Forest Walk.
Can he do that?
Yeah. Ooh, that's aggressive. I'm not sure why he's attacking here.
He must have another Urnum in hand.
Well, I know why, because he knows that it's gonna get destroyed by drop of honey, so he's just gonna use it.
Yeah, might as well attack.
You give my creatures Forest Walk. You couldn't maze him. You had to give one of my creatures Forest Walk. Chad is right. You've been forgetting to give.
I mean, I guess if he wanted to get real cute, he could activate his.
I definitely could swing in for damage.
No, that wouldn't work because he could just shoot it with a trike. But I was gonna say he could activate the factory to have that get destroyed by the drop instead. But then the factory could just get pinged away. So what's Peter gonna do here? Is he gonna block and shoot, or is he going to block and let the trike do its damage and then shoot with the other one to kill it? I don't know. I mean, I think he should just block and then shoot max for 3 with the one he blocks with, I guess.
Okay, so he's given the Dance of Mini the Forest Walk.
this guy has forest walk.
Yeah. Okay, they got it. They got it.
Forest counter, but this guy has forest walk.
There's so many triggers, you know, between forest walks.
I like that he has the 4 up in its screen. It's forest walk.
Between paying the dance of many, the drop of honey triggers, the forest walk on the Urnum, the Sylvan libraries, the activating Jaloom tome. There's a
Peter
lot.
just takes the damage because he doesn't want to lose any advantage, which is interesting. So he's down to 4 now.
Yeah, because he knows if he can just get into a Diamond Valley, he can totally recover quickly. He's digging for Diamond Valley.
Well,
here.
I mean, Peter's got.
Oh, there it is.
Right?
Oh, boom. There it is. I told you he was digging for Diamond Valley. He just got it. He plays it. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Did Peter just do a mic drop walk away?
Well, I do think he's going to win this game now, but...
I think he got out of his chair. He attacks for 8 here, and then 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So he's thinking that's game.
No.
Well,
he attacks for 8. 1 can be mazed.
Oh, 1 can be mazed?
So
well, but...
one can be mazed, and the other one can be blacked with the...
he must have went to the restroom, not done like a mic drop walk away.
And I think that the valley should be stripped right away.
I'm doing some type of like Naruto signs, but I don't know.
Yeah, he needs to get rid of that. In fact, he should strip it right now so that Peter can't use it at all. Because then he's going to have to try. He doesn't want to, he's not going to want to use it during combat. So he should strip like right now.
Yeah. Okay, so he's activating the Maze of Ith. His hand is hovering above the strip mine, but he's not looking at the strip mine.
Yes, I guess I have another choice.
Okay, so he's taking the...
Yeah. Question on this. I'm not sure. If I do turn him into a creature.
No.
Huh?
Can you... I can shoot him, sure. Can you shoot him before I declare the block?
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, sure. Don't do that, man.
Yeah, don't do that. Save the Maze of Ith, you're right.
Block this guy. And
There he goes. There he goes. The strip mine, he's onto it. Max is onto it.
Strip your Diamond Valley.
He's gonna strip that Diamond Valley right away. John, you sent the telepathy and he got the message.
Good. I don't want Peter gaining any life from that Diamond Valley.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
Man, what an epic battle this
What I'm
is.
gonna do is I'm gonna shoot you for 3.
Okay.
Take 3 more damage.
So he shoots him for 3. And that was the force walking Maze of Ith.
Then I'm gonna cast.
Oh, here comes the reincarnation.
Oh no.
He's gonna play reincarnation.
Here it comes.
On the... Well, it's no good though. It's not good on the token.
Okay, so he's reincarnating. Oh, and Max is mana draining. Oh, wow, what a battle.
That's
Wow.
funny.
That is so perfect for Max right now. Like that's exactly what he needs.
I'll gain 2 life.
2 life. Gain 2 life. What?
Okay.
Why?
Oh, and then so this is in response to him strip mining. All of this is in response to the strip mine.
Strip to Diamond.
So then he taps the Diamond Valley to gain 2 life.
But why 2 lives?
It should be 1 life, right?
Should
It
only
should be only 1. Yeah. He shoot for 3. The trike is a 1/1.
Yeah. Oh no! You know what? Once it was a 1/1, he pumped it with Pendelhaven to make it a 2/3.
Yeah, but he used the Pendelhaven to cast the reincarnation.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, sure. 2 Tigers and the Pendelhaven.
Yeah, he's like.
Well, what are the other 2 lands tapped for? Oh, they were
For the
tapped
Dance
for
of Money.
Yeah, so he shouldn't be gaining 2. He should only be gaining 1.
Yes.
Is he giving you tips to beat me?
It's really hard in these games to remember everything. there's a lot of.
Chad, stop giving Peter some advice.
No, I'm not.
You don't want him to win. This
No, I'm
podcast.
not. I'm trying to catch him on errors.
Or maybe he pumped the trike and didn't pay enough for the reincarnation. I mean, he could tap another land if that's the case.
I thought he tapped the Pendlehaven for mana.
If he did, then he needs to go down a life.
Don't tell him it's me. Don't tell him it's me.
What's going on? No, he's like, I thought you tapped Pendlehaven for mana, but I paid. Yeah, you tapped it to pump.
He tapped it for mana.
That guy, but I also tapped. I'm just making sure I tapped the right amount of mana because I played Reincarnation, which is one green, and one.
Yeah.
Is here, so that's my Reincarnation.
Ah, okay.
So
Now it's okay.
There were the two. I'll keep, and then I tapped it to pump it. So it's all good.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
but the way he's doing it in the moment, I really feel like he tapped Pendlehaven for mana. And again, it's a take back thing. Like you should not be able to take back things during, a tournament finals.
Yeah, we both agree.
Yeah, but they are playing very gentlemen.
Sure. And that's their choice. Okay. All right, so all right, get back to the game, guys. So the net of it is the strip mine was activated.
Many viewers, I think many viewers, because I played a lot with Peter, and he plays very, very, very skilled.
Not even
Yeah, he's super good, and he's gotten so much better over the last year and a half. That Diamond Valley activation, that was all those things that he did, the pinging with the Triskelion, the Pendlehavening of the 1/1, and then the activating of the Diamond Valley was all done in response to the strip mine. But meanwhile, Max is mana drained that reincarnation.
Your turn. Wait. I did my attack phase. I passed you. Wait.
Hope he's got something to spend the mana on. I mean, I guess if all else fails, he can sink it into his factory if he has to.
Yes, that's right, John. He's got the factory as the backup plan, so he doesn't have to mana burn on that if he.
Through my upkeep, my did.
Because it's not looking super good. Although
the Maze of Ith is still there, and the drop is gonna get the Triskelion.
Drop's gonna eat the trike.
Yeah, but if he has another reincarnation,
one of them,
then it could be game over.
I shot you with all the damage. Okay. I can try to catch you.
There's so much going on in this game.
It's very, very intricate. Oh, what a battle, and what a great match.
I'll do this draw one fucking strip mine here.
Yes, and Peter needed that Diamond Valley so bad, and that strip mine and the Maze of Ith are the perfect answers that Max has had, and he played it very skillfully.
Just one? Okay. You could do better than that.
So Max is thinking very carefully here about what to draw from these three cards. I wish we could see them. I wish we could see his hand and see the three cards.
I hope there's something there for him. It's getting tight.
Range 2. I'm gonna recall.
Ah, there's the recall coming into play. So he's discarding a tropical, bringing back an Urnham Gem.
Sorry. Okay, Urnham. Sure.
And he's got 1 mana left on the mana drain. He could attack with the factory right now, because the Triskelion is tapped.
I mean, I think Yeah, but the Triskelion can just shoot it if he activates it. I think
Yeah.
it's better. It's better to save it for later. No, don't activate it. Don't do it.
I think he wants to get rid of those counters.
Shoot for 2. Or shoot him for 1. Okay.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What a waste of a resource, though.
Yeah.
Because the
He can play the Ernum now, and the Trike will die.
yeah, it's true, but
yeah, he wants the trike to die. It triggers during Peter's upkeep. So he shoots him for 1. The trike's dead.
And now Hockey played the Ernum.
Yes. That was very well played by Max.
3.
yeah, but if he didn't do anything and only left the trike out, the trike would have been eaten by the drop of honey, and then he wouldn't have lost his.
But then he would have gotten shot for 3 instead of 1.
Oh,
Eh.
no.
Oh no!
I'd rather take 2 extra damage and still have my. Well, but now it doesn't matter because Peter's got enough.
Okay.
The other trike. Oh no, is right. Oh.
Gross.
The Triskelion is such a powerhouse. What's Peter doing there? Why was Peter manipulating his deck after he played trike?
Because he probably stacked him wrong again. I don't know.
Yeah, you can't do that.
There was some weird shit going on.
Yeah, you cannot do that. He's already cast his trike. He can't go changing the cards on his deck. Wow. Okay, we need to call him out on that.
The new errata trike is, play trike, scry too.
They are playing a friendly Saturday night game.
Well, this is a finals match, though.
Sorry, it looked like it was.
They're both many beers deep and
I know you're doing
playing in person in somebody's basement. We happen to have a camera on them, but I think they're just enjoying themselves. This is interesting, though, because we're probably going to go to game 5.
This is a really close game, dude. Yeah, we're having a couple of close games.
He cannot play the Ernum now.
Nope. Well, he can, but he'll probably die to Forest Walk if he does.
Why do you say he cannot play the Ernum now?
Because if he gives Forest Walk to the Trike.
Well, he has
Yeah,
Maze of Ith.
Yeah, but if Peter gets a strip mine, it's game.
That's true. And Peter is playing 1 strip and 1 factory. Peter says they've had a lot of pints.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Sure. And you?
Ding. That's me. Okay. So, Elves of Deep Shadow comes down. Oh no! Oh no! That's fucking game! Oh no! No!
Obnoxious.
Oh man!
You're at 6 health. I'm at 6. I should give you 6. Yep.
Holy
That's
shit!
obnoxious. I'm fine.
Wow!
That was just too good.
Wow! Oh my goodness!
So this is really funny. If we hadn't have had them play to 5, Max would have just won 2-0.
Yeah. Okay, so we need these guys to turn their volume on.
Turn on our volume, he says.
Oh my god, look at all their drinks.
Are we 2-2 right now? Yep. We're going to a
Triple drain, triple trike that game.
I hope Peter's not driving home tonight.
What? What do you guys want to tell us?
Peter, I hope you're not driving home tonight.
I hope you're not driving home tonight.
I'm already at home. I'm sitting at home right now.
You're driving home. What do you think?
Peter, do we need to call you an Uber?
You can call me an Uber anytime you want.
Okay, Uber. You're an
Hey,
Uber.
Peter,
You're
how
an
you
Uber.
liking this best of 5 instead of losing 2-0? Now it's 2-2.
I don't like it too
I
much.
cannot believe it's going to a fucking.
Yeah, I
game,
mean,
like,
Max, we feel for you because like if we had just done the regular 2 out of 3, you would have won, right?
Yeah.
2-0. Yeah.
No, to be honest,
Buddy.
it's a lot more fun. Like
Yeah,
this.
now we're having real games.
I really don't give a shit about
Well, it's really fun to watch, and we've got Damien here, we've got John here. JS dropped in earlier. You know, we're all commentating and drinking and watching you guys, and it's a lot of fun. But
We're seriously going to a 5th game. I hope both of us don't have to mulligan to like 3.
those early mulligans, those early like mulligans really affected the first game.
Yeah. We had the first game was kind of a write-off, but the other ones have been pretty interesting.
Well, it wouldn't have been a write-off if both of you guys didn't have to mulligan. I mean, Peter, you mulliganed 3 times. That's like unheard of.
It was no choice. I thought I had a bad hand at one land, but then I got 2 no landers.
Well, just remember to show it. Just remember to show us your hands before you mulligan, so we can see, because we were all wondering.
Well, we did. After you mentioned that, we started showing our hands.
Yeah, we were all chatting over here because we had JS and we got Damien, me and John. So we have a group of 4 people, and we were all like wondering if maybe you guys were aggressively mulliganing to try to. You know, we thought, hey, maybe Max is going to aggressively mulligan to make sure he's got an abyss in his, or not an abyss, a Nethervoid in his opening hand, and maybe you, Peter, would aggressive mulligan to try and make sure you have a Mana Drain in your opening hand, something like
Mana
that.
Drain is not the important card. If you understand this matchup, you know that I'm not going to mulligan for a Mana Drain.
Yeah, we saw you bottom that Mana Drain on that last match.
I sure did.
Yeah,
I sure did.
That was like,
yeah, because I had no blue mana in my hand.
Right. So we saw that, and that was very, that was a very, very smart play. Yeah, it seems like everything is about Triskelion, and
No, I disagree. Actually, the main card that has revolved around this game has been Drop of Honey.
Well, Drop of Honey too, but
you know it, right, Max? 100%.
But you're both
here. If I was going to mulligan for a card, it would be Drop of Honey.
Here's the weird dynamic. You're both running Drop of Honey, and we don't know who sideboarded what. But we obviously, between the matches, we've been discussing who's sideboarding what and what we think you may or may not be sideboarding, and so. But I do think the definitive cards right now are Jaloom Tome and and Triskelion, because those are the cards that are really like making the difference.
In fact, in this order. In this order, I would place them in this order. Mana.
No, the
lands are number 1.
I think
number 2 is.
I think what he's saying is like the one that made the difference.
Sylvan. No. Sylvan Library. Number 1, Sylvan Library. Yeah. Number 2, Drop of Honey. Number 3, Mana Drain. Number 4, Sindbad, in that order.
Well, but
my personal take.
But Peter, in the game that you won earlier, Jaloom Tome made a huge difference because it allowed you to dig, it allowed you to filter out the cards you didn't want, and Max isn't running Jaloom Tome and you are, so it like if the game goes long, Jaloom Tome can really make a big difference because it allows you to get.
Yeah, but it could not have done that difference without Sylvan Library.
You're right. It's the combination of Sylvan Library, Sindbad, plus Jaloom Tome, that can give you an advantage over a longer gameplay.
Right, but we're talking about the cards that break parity. So, like, if you've both got a Sylvan Library and you've both got a Sindbad, and you're both being affected by Drop of Honey, the cards that eventually break the stalemate
are Triskelion and Jaloom Tome.
And Jaloom Tome.
All right, there we got Max's hand. Max, can you spread that out for us again and show us again one more time?
Sorry.
Let's see that again, Max.
He only had 1 land, so he's going back.
You're gonna mulligan this.
Oh, yeah, that's rough.
It's mulligan.
Yeah, you don't need a mulligan right now. That's really tough. What you need is you need a Elves of Deep Shadow and a Tropical Island and a Serendib in your opening hand. Cheers, Peter. Cheers. We feel like we're right here with you guys. It's really cool.
This is the best finales of the tournament. Like, this whole tournament, I tuned in for everybody's matches that were mine. Like, this one I've been following the whole way.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. It's been really
It feels
great.
really real. Yeah.
All right. So you guys go ahead and mute us again, and we'll go to game 5. Best of luck to both of you, and we hope Max wins.
All right, love you guys. Take care.
Thanks, Peter. Bye.
Am I missing a card? No, I have 7. Okay.
Oh man, this is a lot of fun.
Are you showing your hand first? You gotta ditch your hand. Show them what you.
I'm gonna be so heartbroken if Peter wins, though, because
Yeah.
like Max goes 2-0 and then loses 3 games in a row and gets knocked out.
Yeah, we really want Max to win. I mean, we gave them the option to do 3 of 5, and they both wanted to do it. Okay, here we go. Pendlehaven, Underground. Is that a Hercules Recall? Jusum. That's a pretty good hand. He's got a recall. He's got Jusum. Yep, he's got the recall, and he's gonna put the recall on the bottom because of the mulligan. Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm keeping.
All right.
And
Peter's keeping. Rook, Egg, Serendib, Sylvan.
Rook Egg.
Yep.
Oh wait.
Volcanic.
He's got 4
Tigers,
lands. He's got
Factory?
the factory and 4 lands. Oh, that's a strong hand. Wow. Wow. All right, so it looks like Max took a little bio break. It's so cool that these guys live close enough to like do this match in person. And
yeah, it's fun.
I mean, like, how cool would this be if we like, you know, Damon, do you want to come to the U.S. sometime?
We'll have another in-person event at some point.
At some point, yeah. I mean, the SCG-Con event was really fun that we did last October, and Michael Scheffenacker came, and we had 6 or 7 people from, you know, the North Texas area. Like, it was not a huge thing, but it was so much fun. All right, now we get going. Bayou and Underground for Max, and first turn Factory and Tropical into Sylvan for Peter. That is such a strong play. Oh, and there's the Pendlehaven. And did we have a Serendib in Max's hand? That would be so strong right now if we did. Come on, yeah. Oh,
What?
no. There we go. Not the Hercules Recall. The Serendib of Freet. Did you see that, guys? Max is so drunk he put the wrong card down.
Well, sometimes it happens.
It's happened to all of us.
Love that.
He just slams it down and he's like, oh, wait.
Oh no, Peter drops the third turn Serendib of Freet as well. It's just like the last game.
Oh, look, there's another copper tablet out.
Oh my god. Oh my god, this is brutal. He needs to drop an Urnum right here. He's got the Jusum.
It sucks that, like, all these gins have, like, 1 more toughness than power. Like,
Ooh, oubliette. Now this is where this is where Max's deck shines against Peter, because Peter has no removal other than Triskelion and Drop of Honey. So oubliette here is really strong, but you know, if Peter comes back and drops Drop of Honey here, then it's really tough for Max. But he's also got that extra Elves of Deep Shadow, and he's got the Pendlehaven, so he can hit for 5 next turn, and that's great.
5's pretty solid.
But Peter has the Factory And since we switched to modern rules, he could tap the mana, pump, animate the factory, pump the factory, and the elves would die from a 3/3 blocker.
Well, I mean, the elves would even die from it. Oh yeah, with the Pendlehaven.
Oh, but Peter's tapping the factory. Is he attacking with it? I think he is. Ooh,
wow.
Getting in for 2. Yeah, that's great. I mean, that's great for Peter. Yeah, super aggressive, but very, very smart. Because like all these 1 and 2 lives matter so much. Max is taking the damage from his Serendib, and Peter's Serendib is oublieted, and so Peter's just being aggro, getting that extra couple damage in.
Max is like, do I play into a mana drain or do I just attack?
Yes.
I think you just attack for 5 and call it a day.
Right. Do I play into a mana drain? That is such a good question, John. And you've been in this situation 100 times, right? 1,000 times.
Well, this game's gonna come down to who drains who first and like gets a successful mana drain, I think.
Right, and Peter's been on the winning end of a lot of the mana drain, double mana drain. Okay, so Peter comes down with a Sindbad. What's he gonna tap for that? He's tapping the Taiga in the tropical.
So here's an interesting question: should Max be really aggressive here and de-mana draining that Sindbad in order to tap Peter out for the next turn? Because then, even if Peter mana drains his mana drain, he's gonna have to use the colorless in his second main.
Yeah.
And then Max will be pounding in for 5 again next turn. I think he should drain that. Honestly,
if he has it.
That.
If he has
he does. He has one. He does. He has one in his hand.
Oh, so he's electing not to go that route. Does he have an Urnum?
I don't know if he has an Urnum or not, but I know he has a mana drain.
He's only got the 3 cards, so maybe he's worried if I mana drain, I don't have anything to play, I mana burn.
I think it would be the right move here, but he's unless they're still talking about it, I think he let the Sindbad resolve.
6 3/4. Okay, 6 2.5. No. 6 3/4. I'm really stumped here. I'm just thinking about how I want to end.
Yeah, Peter is saying he's really stumped and he's really thinking about what to do.
I just want to check, but my wife just called me. You mentioned it. She heard it.
Looks like he's looking something up on his phone. No? We got to give Peter credit because he's won so many of these tournaments, and you think he might be tempted to like go easy on Max and give him a win, but he's not doing that. He's fighting tooth and nail. He's thinking about every play, every turn. He's not.
I mean, nobody wants to win because somebody went easy on them. They wanna actually earn it.
Yes, that's right. That's fair. But
I
go
wonder
Max.
if they're still discussing this, like if it's still on the stack, or if like what are they even talking about at this point? Okay, so now he's gonna play. Well, he better drain that. He has to drain that.
So here's an example where
And now it's the moment to the Nethervoid.
Yes, now if he gets Nethervoid, it's a fucking lock. And John, if Max had gone with what you were saying and get really aggressive and mana drain the Sindbad, that was a mana drain bait from Peter, which was really smart.
Yeah. And then he still would have had enough to cast the Serendib.
Yes, because it's so cheap.
Both have a Serendib.
Yeah, because all you need is 5 mana, and you can cast both of those spells. And I really feel like now that Sindbad was some mana drain bait, and he was like, hey,
I don't think he has another void though. Maybe he does.
Well,
maybe he does.
If he did, it would be perfect, and it'd be a total lock and a total win.
2 here. So the dip. Huh,
Okay, it's a
Oh, well,
choosing.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, not as like absolutely perfect as a Nethervoid would be, but it's a fucking really great second choice.
And he's only got one in his deck too, so like
Yeah.
that's cool that he drew it and we're seeing it.
It's the one Jusum, and he's smacking down the Sylvan, so now he's going to be digging. That's really strong for Max, and comes in with the Serendib and the 1/1 elves because he wants to
So like I would have attacked and see if he blocks with the
and then play
the
Jusum.
Sindbad or not, and leave the Pendelhaven up, and then play the Sylvan in my second main. But I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because Peter didn't. So he needs to take a mana burn for that mana he didn't use.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yes, because I do need to discard.
You know, you take a mana burn.
But
Yes.
that's why I don't want to take the mana burn. I forgot about this guy.
For what?
My library. I don't want to.
Oh, and now he's saying, "Oh no, I'm actually
We're
going to
late
use
in the
that
turn
mana to
now.
play the
You
Sylvan."
went to attack stage.
I'm
You
not
went to a whole nother.
using.
Well, I mean, Peter did some shenanigans last game. I figured you might as well let him have it.
I just realized it's no problem. I just realized it's there.
I mean, there's a lot of gentlemanly magic going on here that would not pass at any tournament. Okay, so Peter's allowing it because he did have the right mana combo.
I'm gonna Sindbad.
Okay,
Taiga.
Sindbad, Taiga.
Look at 1, 2.
Look at 3.
1, 2. I drew a fourth. 1, 2, 3.
What did he do there? Did he take too many and then put one back?
Yeah, he said I drew. He said I drew 4.
Damn it, guys! Tighten it up.
there's just so many drunken, magic bumbles here. It's off the charts. Oh, Rook egg. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We've been all rooting for Max. Rook egg Diamond Valley is not what Max wants to see here. Max really needs his ashes to ashes now.
No, I mean it doesn't matter. He's got the Diamond Valley now. So like ashes to ashes doesn't do anything.
He needs
Like,
it. He needs it. He needs it after Peter uses the Diamond Valley on the Rook. And now Max has double damage during his upkeep. One for Jusum and one for Serendib. It's really painful. Oh no, guys! Oh, I'm seeing a future where Peter wins. That's not. Oh no!
It's the darkest timeline. Skynet wins.
It's like The Empire Strikes Back. When Vader, like everything's going wrong with the rebellion. Luke got his hand chopped off, and like Vader is ruling the galaxy, and it's all doom and gloom.
5.
Man, this is
8. 10. I'm gonna block the Jusum, but I'm gonna sacrifice it to gain 3.
Ugh. Gains 3. So
Now let's look at the
Peter
damage.
goes to 11.
5. I take 5. So I go to 5.
yeah.
3 plus 2 is 5, and then
And he drops.
I went to 10, and then I took.
And he gets
5.
his token.
Took the 5 from
And then he takes 5 damage.
the elf and the dib.
Okay.
That's
Well, he
it.
takes
Okay.
8
Yeah,
altogether.
I'm not doing it now.
Well, he went to 11. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Arithmetic, guys. Wait.
I think he only took the 3 from. Oh, you know what he must have done? He must have blocked.
He blocked the Jusum.
He blocked the Jusum with the Rook egg,
Yeah,
and then he
that's
ate
what
it.
it
And
is.
he went to 11,
Yeah,
and then he took 5.
you're right.
So that doesn't make sense, right? So he should be at.
But he
6.
gains 3 life from the Rook egg because he sacked it to the Diamond Valley.
Right. So shouldn't he be at 6 and not 5?
He was at 11. He blocks.
If he was at 11.
He blocks the Jusum. He takes 3 and 1. He takes 4, and then he takes 5 because of the Pendelhaven. So he takes 5. He gains 3.
11 minus 5 is 6.
So he should be at 6.
I think so. But I don't know. Or did no, he did use the Pendelhaven. I don't know.
Well, Max did. Yes.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think Peter should be at 6, but
I think, yeah, he definitely Pendelhavened his elves.
I think you got me here.
Ah, Peter says, I think you got me here. Yeah, because he's got his 4/4 Rook token.
No way around it. I'm trying to think of the way around it.
so he's got his Rook and he's got a factory.
And Peter says,
And he
I
can
think you got me
multiply.
here, and that's what Max wants to. That's music to Max's ears.
Man, I don't know though. Does he have him? Depends on what else Peter draws, I guess.
I mean, if Peter had a Triskelion here, it would change things infinitely, but obviously he does not.
Like, I don't think Peter dies next turn,
Play the Pendelhaven?
but he might die the turn after that.
Right.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Guys, did we play the Pendelhaven? The turn?
Did Peter play a land?
I'm not sure. I think I took a little too long to think about it. Now I forgot.
What's the question? You guys got to
If he
unmute us.
played it, if he played the Pendelhaven this turn,
Who?
I didn't know. That's
Peter played the Pendelhaven this turn.
Oh,
I don't-
does
I
Peter
don't
want
know
to
what
play
his
a
land
land?
was.
Yo, did I play a Pendelhaven this turn?
Do you want to play a land?
Yeah, I do. But did I play a Pendelhaven already?
I thought you played the Pendelhaven last turn.
Okay, good. Okay,
So you didn't play a land this turn.
Is that instrumental to your turn here, Peter?
no, I was just wondering, just trying to be clear about stuff.
But Peter, we actually have been doing some math, and we think you should be at 6 life, not 5 life, because in the last turn, in the last attack from Max, you blocked with your Rook Egg, and you blocked the Jusum with your Rook Egg, right?
Yeah, I did.
And then you
And I
gained
gained
3 life, and you were at 11, right? And then you took the Serendib Efreet.
5.
You took the Serendib Efreet plus the Elves of Deep Shadow that was also Pendelhaven. So the Elves is a 2/3, and the Serendib is a 3/4. So you took 5 damage from that. And if you were at 11 and you took 5 net after your life gain, 11 minus 5 is 6. So we were confused as to why you were at 5 instead of 6.
I should be at 6. But what about the +3 from the life gain?
Well,
You went from 8 to 11.
You went from 8 to
and
11.
then you lost 5.
Yeah. You were at 8. You went to 11 from the 3 life gain from the Rook. So 8 plus 3 is 11. And then you took the 5 from the Serendib plus the Elves that were Pendelhaven. So that's a 2/3 and a 3/4. It's 5 total. We were all in agreement that you should be at 6, not 5.
Okay, it does make sense. I can play a land this turn.
And you should be able to play a land this turn.
I mean, it's just to play it out.
But yeah, I don't know if it's going to make a difference.
I don't know either, but we're gonna try. We're gonna try. I'm gonna pass.
That's what you do?
Okay, take 2 down. I know. Mind your business. Mind your business. I will keep my upkeep.
Mind your business. Keep your upkeep. Mind your business. Okay, so Max does have the double upkeep of double damage, 1 from the Serendib, 1 from the Jusum. So he goes from 13 to 11. You know, I see this all the time on Timmy Talks and Gandalf the Dark, and the other guy from the Netherlands, who's like the Farmstead MTG. Like, there's so many mistakes made in so many games, and it happens all the time. It's incredibly common.
For a second, can I take a lead? Yeah, good. Seems like the last time.
Bio break. Peter's taking a bio break.
So what's ideal here for Max's draw? Like, he dug with his Sylvan library. What card does he really want? Like, maybe
he wants mana drain. He wants mana drain in case Triskelion comes down or Reincarnation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that Ashes to Ashes would be great.
Yeah, Ashes to Ashes wouldn't be bad. He would target Sindbad and the token, and then Peter would eat the token and go back up to 10. And then Sindbad would be exiled, and Max would go down to 6. But then he would only have the factory to block with, and that would be pretty bad. Peter could come in, or Max could come in with everything. Get him for
10.
5, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it wouldn't quite kill him. Oh no, that'd be exact. It'd be exact. So yeah, Ashes to Ashes would be real good here as long as it doesn't get mana drained.
So he Sinbads and gets the top deck City of Brass, which he had lined up from the Sylvan, right?
But if he thinks he's playing into a mana drain, I don't know that he wants to cast anything at all. I think he just wants to attack, perhaps.
Peter is tying up his pants here from going to the men's room. It's nice, Peter. Very classy.
Well, he doesn't want to.
Very classy.
He doesn't want his wang out on the table.
He doesn't want anything. He doesn't want anything out on the live stream. That's fucking true. Wow. Oh man.
This video is not intended for children.
This video is not intended for. I always check that box. Not intended for children. Because we're dropping F-bombs and drinking alcohol, you know.
What is he gonna do? What is he gonna do?
Well, I mean, we're all rooting for Max. I hope nothing pops for Peter here, but he's thinking so hard. You can just see Peter's like, can I do this? Is there any way out? Can I, he already admitted, I think it's over, but he's thinking really hard to try and figure any way out of it. He's going to animate the factory.
No, pump it to pump itself.
And block.
So it's 3/3.
And the factory becomes a 3/3.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
If he blocks with the factory and the token.
Look at Max's hand. Nethervoid and Hurkyl's Recall. He's had that Hurkyl's Recall. And Peter knows it because he played it by accident on turn 3. He thought he was playing Serendipity Free.
So this is funny. So if he activates the factory, he could recall it before he blocks with it. If he really wanted to.
He can Hurkyl's Recall it, but then in response to that, Peter can Diamond Valley it and gain 3 life.
This is true. So this is all kind of interesting.
Not mana drain.
No, Peter, he has Hurkyl's Recall.
He's gonna do it.
Before you declare, am I allowed to do that? Before you declare blocker? I'm acting.
Pick it up.
Yeah, but you have to activate it.
Does he eat it with Diamond Valley?
Well. So what he's asking here is Max is asking before we go to block step, can I Hurkyl's Recall? And yes, you can.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to block with this guy.
All right, so now Peter is assigning the Sindbad as the blocker instead.
This guy? Yep.
And he's going to make him a 2/3.
Handle Haven pump him.
Right. Make him a 2/3.
Yep. And then draw a card with him.
And he's going to draw a card.
Yeah.
Get all the value.
All the
Track
value.
all the
And
value.
it's a City of Brass, so it goes to hand. And now he can Diamond Valley and gain 3 life.
Yep.
So he goes from 6 to 9.
God damn it.
Wait. Okay.
No, he gains 3 life. It's toughness. Hey, tell Peter.
So I won't.
It's
Yeah,
toughness.
it's from 5 to 8.
Huh?
From 5 to 8.
Diamond Valley does toughness, not power.
Yeah, he was at 5.
No, he was
Now
at
he
6. He was at 6. He gains 3. He goes to 9.
He was at 5.
No, he was at 6.
For some reason, he was at 5.
Well, he was at 5, and then we told him he needed to be at 6, and he put the 1 back. But then somehow he lost the 1. I don't know how though, because he didn't get attacked for 1. I don't know what's going on with their life totals here. I guess we'll just let them take care of it. Because what would he have lost the 1 from?
Nothing. He doesn't have City of Brass.
Yeah.
Man, this might be the longest stream we've ever done.
It's going to be hefty.
We're at 3 hours. Holy shit.
It's because you wanted to play 5 games, Chad.
Oops. That's my bad.
But you know what's funny? It would have just been a 2-0, it's over. And instead we've got this kind of exciting, match with a lot of back and forth.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I do think 5 games is correct for the finals. It's just funny that in this particular situation, had Max just 2-0'd, it would have been,
it would have been a short, quick, and easy video. Yeah, it would have been. But it's so much more interesting this way. But I can't believe it's been 3 hours. It's gone by so fast.
Max needs to play the Nethervoid.
Well, he has it in his hand, and he is elected not to play it. But Peter has
That's
one.
his game. That's his game, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the whole deck. It's like drop a Jusum and a Serendib or an Urnum, and then drop Nethervoid, and it's game over. They can't. Your opponent can't play anything. Okay, so he attacks with everyone: Elves, Serendib, Efreet, Jusum, Jin. Coming in.
Not the Sindbad, though.
Not the Sindbad, because he wants to draw with it. He wants to draw with that Sindbad. But he's coming in for 8 damage. And there's the 4/4 Rook token still sitting out there. Been there for a while. He's got the Pendelhaven for the Sindbad. He's got the Factory hanging out there that he replayed after the Hercules recall.
This doesn't seem that great. Like, he's going to lose... He's going to lose his Serendib to the token, to the Rook token, and then he's going to lose his Elves to the Factory.
Yeah. But here's the problem, John. The problem Max has right now is he's losing 2 every turn from Serendib and Jusum Jen. He has to get aggressive here, or if he just chills and sit backs and does this.
But if he has to be aggressive, why isn't he going in with the Sindbad?
Because he needs to draw. Because he needs to draw with it. It's more aggressive to draw with it than it is to attack with it.
I don't know how good. I mean, maybe he set a card up with the Sylvan Library, but like it's just.
And I will block the Jusum with the Sindbad.
I think what I think is going on here. I think Max has maybe sideboarded out his Ashes to Ashes because he hasn't gotten any.
No, you can't use
Okay, so he's activating Diamond Valley, and he's gaining 2 life from Sindbad and going to 10. But he should really be at 11.
Well, he should be gaining 3 because you gain for toughness.
Oh my god. Okay, we have to call him now. This is so funny.
Hello.
Peter,
What's up?
Diamond Valley is based on the creature's toughness.
So he gained 1 more. You're right.
So 3 different times. He should have gained an extra
You're
life.
supposed to be gaining on toughness, not power. Okay. Thank you. That's right. Yeah. You should be at 12.
You're right. It should be a 12.
Thank you.
100%.
Thank you.
100%. Thank you. No, thank you.
He's so toasted.
I mean, like, there's so many mistakes being made in this game. It's maddening.
Okay. Is that it? That guy died?
I mean, Max does not want to hear that, but it's, you know, we're just following the rules.
This is just so depressing to me. And Diamond Valley's just gonna win this game.
That's right. Diamond Valley's going to win the game.
And that was my experience of this tournament, is that I was playing a deck similar to Max's. I wasn't playing the Nethervoids, but I was playing, you know, black, green, blue with the mana drains and all the gens. And I just felt like Diamond Valley was the card that...
Okay,
pulled my opponent ahead.
so Max had it clinched here. He dropped the Serendipity, and I mean, Peter just magically has the mana drain.
Sorry, guys. He did all this fucking mess.
Well, now I just think it's game over for Max, right?
That's not what we want to see, but we're trying to follow rules.
Because he can come in for 6.
What's really been killing Max here is that double damage from Serendipity and Jusum Jin. So at least that Serendipity is dead. That's actually a good thing, but you know,
I don't think it's good.
If he had double Serendip, it'd be great, but you know, the other Serendip died, and now this one gets mana drained. And now, if Peter has Triskelion here, that's game.
I mean, Peter can just swing for 6 right now, and
earlier Peter was saying he doesn't see any way out, and he says, "I just lose, it's game over." But here he is pulling ahead.
I'm gonna take an extra card. You know that? I'm just gonna take 1, 2.
And he's drawing.
Oh my god, he's even drawing an extra card.
Yeah,
it's just...
so that means it's a Triskelion. That's what it means. He's got 3 mana from the mana drain off the Serendip. Oh, the Rook Egg. That's even worse.
It's just, I'm so depressed about this match.
Yeah, this is, I mean, we're all rooting for Max because Peter keeps winning. Oh, the 4/4 in the air. It's just a smack to the face. You know what I think's going on here? I think Max sideboarded out his Ashes to Ashes. And we also have...
He maybe did.
And we
There's
also,
a lot of times where it would have been nice to see one, but...
And we also have not seen his drop of honeys either.
No, he's just gonna get a mana drain with his recall so that it just locks the game.
Right.
Oh, exciting.
And the Jusum Jin, meanwhile, is damaging Max each turn.
Yeah, it's over.
He really won it too.
There's nothing he can draw to get out of this.
Yeah, they were just commenting on if they had just done the best 2 out of 3, Max would have won.
Yeah, you won.
Well, yeah, I mean, he would have just won 2-0 straight up.
No point. Play. There's no point. That's it. That's it. You're 4. Yeah, right. I'm gonna hit you for 4. That's it. Nothing.
God.
3 in a row.
That sucks.
Oh no, it's just terrible. Oh no. Oh no, Peter wins again. Oh my God. We're gonna have to ban this guy.
1,000% I thought you had me. 1,000% I thought you were gonna beat me. I'm here to chill with my buddy and play it out, but I think your deck...
They have us muted still, right?
Yeah, they have us muted.
That's for sure. Yeah. Look what it's right. Wow. Oh, that's so good. That's not enough. That's not enough. Okay. That's pretty good. You can do it like... Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Okay, David, good night. Thanks for joining us.
Have a good one.
Buenas noches.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah. Holy shit. Maybe should have taken the next symbol again. Wow.
Okay, guys, can you hear us?
Yeah, we can hear you just great.
Oh my God.
I'm so depressed.
We have been
Oh my
like
God.
we've been like screaming and yelling and ranting and Max, we were all like rooting for you, but like you guys were making so many play errors. I don't know if it's the pints or the whatever. Oh my God.
They're all tall boys.
Okay, I'm on my third old fashioned, okay? And that's like each old fashioned is like 2 shots of whiskey. So I'm on like 6 shots of whiskey. So I feel like
Wait. What am I players? I know that Max didn't attack me with his factory, but I'm okay with that.
Well, okay, the some of the mistakes were with regards to Diamond Valley and Pendlehaven and the fact that it's their toughness, not the power. Now I think we corrected that. We were tracking the right life. You know.
Yes.
It was not in Max's favor, and we were not happy about it. But we're like,
I was thinking I wasn't gaining life.
Yeah, we were not happy about it. But we were like, this is not right. Like Peter's life is like 2 or 3 points wrong from what it should be. So we felt like we had to say something.
Was it just on this one, or was it on the previous one?
Just on this game.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was my life total.
Yeah, it was Peter's life total because Peter was sacking creatures to Diamond Valley based on their power, and it's not on their power; it's their toughness.
It's their toughness, 100%. It's their toughness.
Swords to Plowshares is power, and that's a different card. Oh, Max, we were we wanted you to win so bad.
I know. I'm disappointed. Very disappointed.
Like there was a turn in game 5 where if you would have just had a Nethervoid to slam down, it would have just been game over. But like you didn't have it.
Or if we had not done 3 out of 5.
Yeah, this game.
I did, but.
You had it? You had a
I
Nethervoid?
I did have a Nethervoid.
You had a Nethervoid?
Yeah, but I had nothing to play. I had like 4 lands.
Oh, there's Peter's wife. Mute. Ignore. Ignore that one.
Problem game 5 is that I had 5 lands. I play a Nethervoid. I can't play shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have an Elves of Deep Shadow in play, you really can't play Nethervoid in that scenario. So I know exactly what you're saying, Max. Like you have to have.
I did have the Elves, but I couldn't play shit.
Yeah,
I couldn't play shit.
I had the Nethervoid.
You have.
I had a Nethervoid.
Yeah, I know.
You have to have a Jusum in play or a Serendipity in play with an Elf before you can play Nethervoid.
When you guys are sober, you can go back and watch the match.
Well, Peter wins once again.
Can you believe I won 3 in a row to finish that?
Well, okay, so while you guys were sideboarding, we were talking about this. Me and John and JS and Damien, we're all talking about how, okay, if we had done the best 2 out of 3, Max would have swept the match, right? 2-0. There,
100%.
And if we all agreed, we discussed it, and you guys agreed that we would do 3 out of 5. So,
yeah, 100%.
So once we got to game 3, we were all talking about how, like, wouldn't it be crazy if Max gets a bad draw or whatever, and Peter runs like 1, 2, 3 and wins the match, but we were like, no, yes, that's not going to happen.
But to be fair, I had luck with the cards on the first 2 games.
Yeah,
Peter didn't.
I ended up severely fucked up.
And then things changed a bit. I feel like game 3 was a bit more balanced.
Yes.
But like
yeah,
game
it
4,
was super tight.
but
super good.
Yeah,
super tight. We both had good cards.
Yeah, we're at 1-1.
Yeah.
But
John, you want to turn your camera
I had
on?
the luck with the cards on the first 2 games. He had the luck with the cards on the last 2 ones. I'm guessing 1 was shit on both sides. The one were 1-1.
The Javelin 2 helped me. That game
All
where
right,
I had it
it's
and you
fine.
didn't have it. That was
big time.
you know you had it. You have it here.
What?
You were playing Javelin too.
No,
You had it. Were you not Javelin to me?
no.
Really? Okay. Okay. I thought you had it for some reason.
Yeah.
Huh.
But that was an epic match, and we were just looking at the time. We were like, "Oh my god, we've gone 3 hours for these 5 games." This is why people don't play 3 out of 5.
Yeah. Well, it's the finals.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
better.
but-
Honestly,
yeah.
like I prefer, I prefer losing like this than winning with the first 2 games.
I came here to lose. That's all you know. I came here to lose. We played before. We know on paper I should lose this match.
We all
not a
agree.
good match.
We all agree that like spiritually you lost.
Spiritually, you lost.
Seriously, I lost.
But in reality,
Oh, I
you
won.
won.
You took 2-0, and then history won't remember the rest. That's it.
All right, gentlemen. Well, we since we're at 3 hours and what are we at? 3 hours and 17 minutes. We will sign off with you guys. Peter, you need to make sure you get a lift home. Don't drive home on your own. And
You don't know how rural it is here. I'm just driving like 20 kilometers an hour until I get home, man.
okay, yeah, we know how it is. Like Wisconsin and Canada are the same. It's like everyone's drunk 24 hours a day. They're all driving in snow and ice, and nobody cares.
Over here.
Yeah, drunk driving in snow and ice is like par for the course every day. It's not a big deal. I understand.
In Quebec, yes.
Yeah, well, it's the same in Wisconsin, and I used to date a Polish girl, and I know all about it.
Polish is almost Hungarian. It's cool.
Yeah, I love Polish people. All right, guys, thanks for the games. This was actually a really exciting match. I hope it makes for a great video, and we're gonna be signing
Sorry for
off.
all the players, but I think we got it right in the end.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna be signing off for the night. Take care, everybody.
Bye, guys. Thank you so much.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.
Diamond.
Diamond Valley wins the day. When
Three,
Peter wins
Old
again.
School
I
Magic.
think that's 5 in a row. So he won 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
The Four Horsemen.
We need to get serious about, if for no other reason, just to knock Peter off his throne. Because I've been just playing a bunch of garbage up until this tournament. But you know what? I played a deck that I thought was good this tournament, and it wasn't. So
Right.